Yes,
Candy.
I do.
She's like, yeah, Candy loves you, Daddy.
Do you love me? Oh, yeah. Candy
Yeah,
loves you,
Candy
Daddy.
loves you, Daddy.
Now break out that wallet.
Yeah. Make it rain on the hoe.
Luke's over there in the corner. Get that money.
Yeah.
Get that money.
I love he's like, man, now I'm jealous.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You didn't even recognize my outfit. That's who I'm dressed as my favorite character.
Oh,
Well,
there you
baby.
go.
You really about to do this? Hell yeah, I'm gonna do this shit. Nah, you ain't. Smooth ass,
Wow.
charming motherfucker.
Motherfucker. I love when she says that. I should have introduced him to her. Charming motherfucker.
Right? Oh, shit. All right. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Lights, Camera,
Hey,
Cocktails.
Cocktails.
Updated 2.0 version. We hope you like it. Check us out on YouTube because we got some fun shit going on. We're still in quarantine, and your boy fucked
Week
up his
5.
back today, or actually 2 days ago. So you're going to hear me wincing and aching here and there. I apologize in advance. Ain't nothing I can do about it, but we're going to trudge through this and get this podcast out to you nonetheless.
Yeah.
And that's
Well,
all
I'm
I have to
okay.
say about that. Oh shit, Zenobia froze. There she is. I don't know what you did right now. You
I'm
just
back.
froze, so.
I'm just saying.
Oh, I was like, what are you doing to me? All right. I'm in pain. It's Friday.
I'm sorry.
We ready to
Yes.
drink. Let's get this,
I'm
let's
ready
get
to
this therapy in
drink.
us.
Let's get this on now. Okay, one, you guys know how excited I am today about our drink. Because it is my favorite thing
Yes.
to drink.
Uh-huh.
Just hands down. Favorite thing. And that, my friends, would be a good old bottle of champagne.
Yes, you did. You got
Cooks.
that Cook's Life.
But that Cook's Life. So,
We're breaking
all you
out
need
this
for
one.
this cocktail.
It says some shit in a different language down below. Segura Vuidas. I don't know. I hope it's good.
we gon' see.
All right, so how do we pop this?
So yes,
You go.
first you're gonna take your wire cage off of your bottle.
This is the
For safety
recipe.
reasons, it's there. It's the recipe. Okay. So the key to opening a bottle of champagne is to hold the bottle
Holding the
and
bottle.
to twist the cap and to twist the cork.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Got that good pop.
And
All right.
got a good pop. And,
Cheers. Do we even need to pour it in the glass?
I'm gonna pour it in the glass. I'm gonna be a
I'm
little
just teasing
classy.
you. I'm just...
It's hard to drink champagne out of a bottle. I'm gonna tell you that. No one looks classy doing it. Always tilt to your glass as pouring it into your cup to keep it from
Yes.
bubbling. And when you get closer to the top, make it level so you don't have so much foamy head on it.
Babe, you trying to get some
And
champagne?
that's oh,
Oh, you
got
heard her?
fucked up on the.
Ashley got a
Yeah.
little crossfaded last night. That's my fault. She was dancing her ass off with her girlfriends on Zoom. You gotta check out her Insta
What?
story. It's hilarious.
I want to know how come I wasn't invited to the dance party. Queen of dance parties
I don't know.
here.
It was like her on-set crew from like a specific show that she worked on. So it was like
Okay.
just the girls that were working on that show. It wasn't like everybody was invited.
Okay, I'll allow it because I sent you 2 videos of me dancing today, and I was dancing literally 5 seconds before this.
Nah.
All right, let's drink
I
this.
hear you.
My favorite drink.
Ashley
Cheers.
stole my drink already. Cheers.
Cheers, Ashley. And everybody.
Oh yeah.
And that's how you make a cup of champagne, y'all. My most simplest cocktail to date. I'm saying a lot
How do
of
you make a
people
glass of champagne? Pop the bottle, bitch.
One, a lot of people don't know how to pop a bottle safely, or
That's
they're scared.
true.
And two, a lot of people don't know how to pour it correctly into a glass, and they get all the foamy. So I did teach you something if you don't know nothing.
I'm gonna
Okay?
add a little flavor to mine just because, well, I like flavor. So I
Is
took
that a cherry?
a cherry and that cherry juice, that maraschino cherry juice out of the fridge. Now it's rosé.
Dang! Why didn't you tell me that? If you
I
want to
just
hold
thought
it for
about
2
it like
seconds,
5 minutes
I
ago.
want to go get it.
You gonna go get it?
Can I go get it? Will you be mad?
Go get it. Do what you gotta do. I'm gonna sit here and entertain everybody. I'm ready to go. In
Okay.
3, 2. All right, welcome back. What's happening, everybody? We are here. Every technical difficulty has been addressed, and we're ready to start this podcast.
Oh, yes, we are. So, are you ready for a little bit of history
Yes, I am.
on that fine, bubbly wine? Champagne.
We're gonna learn about some champagne.
Yes.
All right, that's that
All right.
French shit, right?
Technically, we are drinking sparkly wine. We are not drinking champagne because it is not from the region of Champagne, France. And I understand that, so please don't.
Oh, I was just quoting Baby Boy.
I'm just telling people
When
out there.
he's
like,
rubbing the dresses on her arm. It's that good shit, that French shit right there.
that French shit right there. You look good at that.
Hey, I tell you right now, girl. You see anybody wearing this dress down the street, you come bite me. Ow, shit.
Okay. Stop laughing.
I know, I can't
right,
I can't laugh on this episode. It hurts.
So, we are drinking sparkling wine. We are not fancy enough to drink some champagne, but here in America, it's all champagne.
Word. Do me a favor, back
Okay.
off your mic a little bit. Good.
How that?
Actually,
Okay.
that's worse. Bring it forward.
How's that?
That's perfect. Yeah, there you go. That clean sound. Cool.
I'm just trying to make sure I could drink because that's the issue.
Oh, yeah. How you going to drink and speak in the mic?
I know. Okay, everybody, I just want to say I got a nice birthday gift in the mail from my brother Jason here for our show. He didn't tell me a damn thing, and I thought it was something else I ordered, and I was quite confused. And I called him. I was like, he had to have sent me this. Who would send me this?
We're trying our Patreon. Hello. Oh, wait, we got to start that still.
That is in the works.
That is in the
We are
works, y'all. If y'all
quarantined.
like us and appreciate what we do, help us out.
Please.
Keep these lights
Okay.
on, because as you can see, our light just went out.
It did.
We had to pause for
Good.
some light malfunctions.
We're back up. We're back up. Okay, so here's a little about history
Give me that
on our girl
herstory.
champagne here. So there's a huge history when it comes to champagne.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of facts. Like I might have to give you another one because there's just so much. But these is what I found that I enjoyed a lot about champagne.
Okay.
So here we go. Number one.
Fun fact number 1. It'll get you drunk.
It makes you burp. It'll get you drunk. Okay, excuse me, everybody. I'm sorry. So, in the early 19th century, it was hard out here for a pimp, especially if
It
you're
was
a woman.
hard out here for a pimp.
Okay, it was hard. So, women, if they were unmarried,
Mm-hmm.
they couldn't own land, they couldn't own a bank account, they couldn't run a business, they couldn't get a job, they couldn't do shit.
Nope.
Everything had to go through their dad or their brothers.
That it?
Now the only way to, and the only way to get around this was to be a widow. So if your husband died, you now took on the place as him, and you can get a job, you can own a bank account, you can pay your staff, and you can be a CEO of a business.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the beginning of the Champagne Renaissance, as I would like to say, because these wonderful ladies basically created champagne into what we know it is today.
All the
Um,
single ladies did it?
All the widow ladies, all the widow ladies, all the widow ladies. They all did it. So, so
Oh, oh,
some
oh.
of these. Oh, yeah, it was a bad So these women, their husbands would, die, and they would end
Naturally.
up and they would end up taking over the vineyards and starting to turn champagne into this great thing.
Okay.
Um, that became more of a celebration, a time of a sign of wealth, and to make it known from France and have it grow out into the entire world drink champagne pretty much. Um, and so these women there's not just like one woman, there's like few women that champagne was known as the widow drink, because a lot of these
Oh.
widows end up running these companies and growing them into huge companies, and some of them are still around today. There is a champagne called Widow Champagne out there. So, I mean, that's a cool history on champagne. Women made it into boss bitches. They even invented well, the sabering of a champagne bottle is when you take a knife or a sword, saber, and you hit the crease of your bottle. Every bottle has a crease.
Okay.
If you follow it along it, it will break this part of your bottle off cleanly, so you won't have glass in your bottle, and you can drink. And they would do this as like a sign of celebration of honor to some of these women in the wineries. Yeah, there should be two seams. There should be one on one side and one on the other side.
I
Now
found
these
it.
seams, yeah,
So
this
you run your
seam,
knife along that.
yes,
What?
and then that's how you do it. You don't even have to do it super hard either. It just kind of the friction of it will pop it.
Okay.
That seam is also there because it keeps the glass fortified, like together, because the pressure inside a champagne bottle
Yeah,
is
of course.
insanely like intense.
Yeah.
So they would find that sometimes their bottles would explode, and so they figured out that if they took the two pieces of the glass and melted them together, that it would give them enough give that your bottle won't just explode.
Got
So
you.
if you follow that theme, you can saber your bottle, which I think is super cool.
Is there like
Um,
I wonder if there's like a standard like pounds per square inch
I'm
for
sure there is.
champagne.
Well, I didn't find out anything about that, but maybe next time.
For sure. This is not the last time we're drinking champagne.
Oh God, no. So back in the day when they would transport champagne, they would find that they would lose about half of their champagne because of bumpy roads, and their bottles would the corks would just pop up
Just popping
and
bottles.
just ruin everything. Popping bottles for no reason. And so sometimes this would happen, and it would sometimes kill people if they happened to be like in the truck or whatever they were transporting it, and
They
it
catch a
bounced.
cork in the eye or something?
Yeah, because I tell you, the pressure from some of these things are intense. So you can seriously hurt yourself. At least back then, you could seriously hurt yourself on that.
I always wanted to pop a bottle and just send that cork flying across the room.
I have done that.
Safely, of course.
It's not as fun as it looks.
What?
It's quite scary because you don't know what you're gonna hit or who you're gonna hit. Even if you try, you're like, oh, let me aim. You don't know how far that's gonna go.
Just cover like 180 degrees. Nobody in front, like a shooting range.
That's true. We should just do it outside, so I don't have any.
Go to the shooting
worries.
range. Go to the golf range. All right, go to the bow and arrow range. Everybody, watch out! I got a champagne bottle.
Watch out, everybody! Put your goggles on. Pop this cork.
Definitely put your goggles on.
So because of this,
Ooh, yeah.
one of our winery women, who also came up with the theme, I believe a woman came up with that too.
Okay.
Like I said, this is a widow's drink, so I just need to have a husband die on me, and this is perfect.
You gotta get married first.
I gotta get married and have him die on me. So they came up with putting the wire cage around your top of every single champagne bottle that you see or get has this, or it's a twist off.
So is that
So
like a
anyway-
secondary backup precaution or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it holds your cork in place, because you have to You have to uncrank it just to
How
pull
do
it
you
off.
get
So
this gold shit off?
and so it's one of those great things.
That's
All right,
that
one
In
more
the
fact.
Heights musical. It ain't out yet. Y'all see it
I-
soon this summer, or who knows when now. But
I can't wait.
I know.
I was just watching some documentary on him and that, and it was making me really.
On Lin-Manuel?
hmm
Oh, send me a link. I want to check it out.
Okay, I don't know. My mom was watching. I was like, "What is this?" And I just sat in. And it was like, "What's going on?" And she was like, "You know about it?" I'm like, "Yeah." This album
Yeah,
was
I
like
know that
big
fool.
when I went to. By the time I went to college, In the Heights was like everywhere.
Dude,
Okay,
I love.
so-
I want to learn that musical from
I
start
know,
to
there's great
finish.
songs. Okay, so
All right.
after World War II,
Mm-hmm.
sales and population of drinks of champagne skyrocketed. This was somewhat due to movie stars and movies featuring, movie stars being all glamorous, drinking champagne.
Yes, of course. I like
in-
that
in 19
super skinny chick that's always walking like she's in pain. I don't remember her
Who?
name. She's just like stereotypical. They used to make fun of her a lot in cartoons.
Well, champagne is big in the 40s and 50s in movies.
Mm-hmm.
It just showed a sign of wealth and fabulousness and just, oh,
Goddamn.
they coming.
What you gonna do?
When they come for you.
Right down my street. Get him. Get him, officer. Shit. And I live in the nice neighborhood.
So everything is great for champagne after the 50s. It became more worldwide, and I read this whole thing about the debate on champagne and sparkling wine and a bunch of stuff. And that'll be for another day.
Another
But
day.
pretty much, I saw that about the widow, and being that it is wedding month.
Yes, it
I don't
is.
know.
This is our last episode of Wedding Month.
It is. And so
Excuse me, my goodness.
that was a little bit of history on my girl Champagne here.
On your girl champagne.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I love partying with champagne. It's fantastic.
Me too. It makes me feel happy and like I'm celebrating something, and it makes me feel like every meal is brunch. It's just great. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
That's just me.
What do you wake up? This is your breakfast in the morning nowadays?
No, I've been saving my champagne for lunch because the morning is already rough. Me being on the going to work and shit and having to talk to people.
Cause I'm saving all my drinks for lunch.
For lunch, all my champagne. So this bottle was a birthday gift from our brother and sisters, Rashad and Selena. And I
Salinas?
saved it for my birthday. Salinas aquí? So yeah, I saved it for the show because I knew I got a lot of champagne for my birthday,
Love
and I
it.
knew that
People know what
we
you
were gonna
like.
do this. Yeah. Hey, I ain't mad at you. So I'm ready to tell everybody what movie we're doing.
Yes. Why don't you tell the people if they
We're
haven't
doing-
figured it out yet?
The Best Man.
The Best Man. I love this movie. Every time
I love this movie.
I just hear the name and that song comes in my head. Not even like Candy.
Which way?
No, the song at the end with Genuine and Tyrese
Oh.
and RL and Case.
Did you see them all sing this? Maybe not
Nah,
Case.
I wish they would have. That would have been so great. Only Tyrese headlined and Genuine was there as well. But Case and RL weren't a part of that concert. It was still a damn good concert. Shit, we had Joe there. Avant was there. I would say Drew Hill was there, but the original members were not. It was just Cisco hour. Or Cisco.
Cisco. That's okay. I like Cisco.
7 minutes or so.
I've seen him live. He does a good job. I've seen Drew Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I was very impressed.
Yeah,
They still got it.
he still does
Okay.
his thing.
So stop making me jealous and longing for the days when we can go to concerts again.
Ugh, I'm jealous.
I'm jealous. I just bought tickets for Lovers and Friends that I don't know when I'll ever be able to go see.
Let me ask you this. Are you as jealous as Terrence Howard when Merch is getting a lap dance?
I'm more jealous because he could have just paid another stripper to give him a lap dance right there.
Yeah,
I don't know when I'll be able to go out. I don't know when I'll be able to go out and go do a fucking concert again.
It's one thing to get a lap dance from a stripper. It's another thing to get a lap dance from Regina Hall.
I want a lap dance from Regina Hall.
Right? Oh, yeah, Daddy. Candy loves
She
you.
was so
Oh, my goodness.
fit. Oh, my God. Not that she's not fit now.
Oh, yeah, she
but
looks
I mean,
great.
I haven't seen her that naked in
Ever.
a long time.
Since then.
But she made sure she put in her work for that.
Mm-hmm. And Luke's
Whoa.
dumbass. Well, Luke is here to bring you something luscious and sugary. Y'all get ready for candy.
It's like candy.
I can feel
Ow.
it when you walk. Oh my God, I love it so much.
It takes over me. Okay. So, you ready for the stats?
Mm-hmm.
Let me hit you with the stats.
Throw them at me.
Okay. This movie came out October 22nd, 1999, baby.
How you gonna do a Halloween month movie? I think they just got a bad slate.
Okay, this is how I feel about October.
Yeah.
You can do scary movies during that time, but you're also good with doing like romantic comedies because there's a lot of people who don't like scary movies.
I
And if
see.
they only have that option during October,
Nobody's
got
gonna go to the
limited-
theater. That
Right,
makes
so-
sense. It's a nice contrast.
I feel like I have worked at a theater long enough to know like what the months feel like. There's always like one or two like romantic comedies within that time too.
Gotcha. Well, you tell me. Did this movie make money?
The budget,
Mm-hmm.
all right, $9 million. That's all it took to make this. That's all it took.
How
Not
is
even
that
$10 million.
possible?
So if you thought about that in 2020 money, it's about 14 million.
But
That's nobody was a star. You really only had to pay Tay Diggs.
that's crazy. And he only had Stella under his belt. Stella in the Wood, but the Wood hadn't even come
those
out yet.
were- But Stella Got Your Groove Back was huge.
It was
the
huge.
book was huge. The movie was huge. The real life story of them was huge. It was just big. So
Yeah.
I can see that it blew his chocolatey ass up. Ugh. This movie is full of fine people. I'm so happy.
Hey, that's I was watching the behind the scenes shit, and that's exactly what Tay Diggs said. He's like, there's just, I hate to say it, but there's some eye candy in this movie, but they all back it up with talent.
Yes. Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So it took $9 million to make it. It made $34 million,
Nice.
which in
Okay.
today's money is about $53 million.
Okay. That's awesome.
Alright.
I read somewhere that they made back their budget in opening weekend as well. Like they
did.
broke
I
even
can't
by
remember.
Monday.
Because it was just so, yeah.
It was a great fucking movie.
Opening weekend, they made over $9 million.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
So it was like they straight up broke even by the end of the
they were
weekend.
like, yeah.
Everything else after that is just, the white meat.
Yep.
I like that.
It's there so you can make your ass another movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, Rotten Tomatoes, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Talk to me.
Critics, 72%.
All
I
right.
think that's pretty good for some
I'll
white
take it.
critics, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Audience,
Uh-huh.
86%.
86%. Yeah.
Zenobia, 90%. Beautiful black cast that are gang members. They ain't rappers. They ain't any athletes. They're
Mm-mm.
just real actors.
Yeah.
And all of them are talented. and all of them go on after this to have flourishing careers. Um,
All of them.
all of them. So you're just like, oh my god, girl, this is so.
So
It's just awesome.
something to quote our director of this movie, he straight up said, "This is not a black movie. This is a movie about a situation that everybody can understand and everybody can appreciate. It just happens to be a black cast."
Dude, you could put the cast of Friends in this fucking movie.
Absolutely,
and it
you
would
could.
still be the same.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, okay, it was. I mean, you take out some N words, and yeah, you're pretty good. It's the only thing I would say. Let's cut those out of the script. But other than that,
Yeah, he you know what I noticed is Terrence Howard says it like 5-6 times in his first like 3 minutes on camera.
he's supposed to be like. I think he's like compensating
A little bit.
in the black culture. There's racism within our culture.
Uh-huh.
Okay, mainly because the master showed more attention to the house slaves who were more light skinned and did not pay any attention to dark skinned slaves who were in the fields.
Mhm.
So these are some of the reasons why we kind of hate each other in our culture. And being that Terrence Howard is the lightest person in like at least out of the dudes,
Yeah, him and Shelby.
has to like he has to like compensate for that. I feel like so he has to throw those in there to like
A little bit.
because even Lance makes a statement about him being like light skinned or
Uh-huh.
something like that, and you're like, yeah, you know,
He says
and it's
something
just
like, "I
that-
don't even know why these girls love his yellow ass."
his yellow ass. Because light skinned men are supposed to be looked at as more like pretty playboys and like non-masculine kind of like.
I think it all depends on what movie you're watching. Because you remember in Def Jam's How to Be a Player? Homeboy's like, "I know light-skinned brothers ain't in right now, but we coming back." And Bill
Yes.
Bellamy's like, "Wait a minute, when was y'all in?" It's like, "Come on, man, 87, 88, 89,
Yeah.
91.
Oh, the 80s, yeah.
He like skips
That's
over
true,
a
'cause
couple
he
of
had
years.
Yeah, the bars and shit. I mean, I'm just saying, in our culture, it's a thing. So that's how I always kind of felt about his character. He's trying to be more black.
Yeah.
Be more black when he doesn't have to, because his
He doesn't
character
have
is
to.
my favorite character. His character is my favorite character. Out of all of the characters in this movie, I probably am most like Terrence Howard.
I wouldn't say I'm most like him, but he's definitely my favorite character in this movie.
I'll tell you the honest to God truth, even though you don't want to hear it.
Mm.
I'll probably say it funny too, just to soften the blow. And I wouldn't say I'm a player, but I crush a lot.
Oh shit! Ow! Don't make me laugh that hard.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Shit!
Today I've been on a roll on really good jokes, so I'm just letting it go. I'm letting it go.
Rodney, where you at?
Oh shit! Ronnie's back. And I was just happy that I got through Bridesmaid without Rodney. He doesn't bring him up once. And I was like, yes. Oh, here we are. He's back in the fucking best man.
I ain't a player, but I crush a lot. Oh
You know,
shit!
I crush a lot. Are you ready?
Smashley's laughing at you over here, and she's only hearing half the conversation. She can't even hear what you're saying.
You don't hear what I'm saying, Smashly?
No,
I'm
I
pretty
got you
funny
plugged
right
into
now.
the sound recorder so we can send it to the people.
Send it to the people.
Mhm.
Is she drinking over there, or is she just sitting there?
She got her headphones in. She's like trying to ignore us, but we're too funny.
Okay, so are you ready for? Hold on. Oh my God. I'm
Take your
burping
time.
Up a storm over here.
Come on with it. You need some baby powder?
All right. So are you ready for the motherfucking
Drinking game.
game?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I am.
Sir.
Ready for this
Oh,
drinking
yes,
game.
I am. Okay, good. So
Roll up my sleeves on this one.
you gonna take a sip when someone talks about the book. Now there's a
Oh.
lot of talk about the book.
You.
Where's my
How did
book?
you get my book? Jordan has my book?
Who has my book?
Well, you know,
Hey,
Dr.
yo,
Feelgood has your book, right? Quentin has my book.
where's my book? Yeah. Yeah, who has my book? He gonna be getting a lot of pussy when this book comes out. He gonna be on Oprah. Boom. All of that. Any of that, all of that, you gonna drink.
Hold on, you got to get your own copy, player.
Yeah, I know. He took it. He was like, huh,
You got so close. It was right there. And I was like, nope. Okay, I like that.
You gonna take a simp when Lance Sullivan is said. So it has to be the whole name.
Excuse
they
me,
do say it a
Mr.
lot.
Lance Sullivan. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Hart, my man. Okay.
Yep. You know, TGIF said that they'll only do the spread if they could be next to Lance Sullivan.
Mhm.
Boom. Any of those, you gonna take a simp because
Uh-huh.
they do say his name.
That's right.
Fully.
Mia, this is Lance. Oh, you're Lance Sullivan.
Oh,
How
you're
nice.
Lance
Pleasure.
Sullivan.
Pleasure's all mine. How nice, but what is your name? Dude, she's so
Yeah.
innocent in that movie.
I love her. I
Mhm.
love her. Mm, mm.
Apparently, everybody does.
All right. You gonna take a simp.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Julian can't keep a secret.
Oh, this motherfucker.
Sweet.
Merch cannot keep a secret. Were you supposed to
can't
tell
keep-
me that you read my book?
Him telling that fucking Jordan has his book.
Uh-huh.
Him being like, did you guys know that him and Jordan like kissed in college?
Oh,
And
yeah,
I'm like,
we knew that shit.
bitch.
Wait, what?
Old ass news.
Motherfucker, you know you can't keep a secret. That is so messed up. You want to get a drink?
I just
No. What?
No.
You talk too much.
I know. She was mad at
She
us.
gets on
was
like,
mad.
shut your
No.
fucking mouth.
I don't know why I even told your dumbass. Like seriously,
I mean, she
I
got
love-
the book from him.
she did, but he didn't have to say nothing. He didn't have to say nothing.
So can
I'm
I
just
point
saying-
out a flaw in this movie?
Ooh.
It is never disclosed how the fuck they got the book in the first place. If you notice, Tay Diggs is riding with Merch, aka Julian, in the car, and he mentions his book. He's like, you know, you sure didn't depict her like that in your book. And immediately he's like, not that I read your book. And he's like, you read my book? How did you get my book? I don't have your book. Jordan has your book. Jordan has my book. And it's never touched on again how they got the book in the first place.
Like I could understand Jordan getting the book
Yep.
because she is like, you know, she works in the industry.
Yeah,
blah,
for
blah,
sure.
blah. She might know somebody who knows somebody who knows. Like on fucking The Devil Wears Prada. Like they got the J.K. Rowling to give him the book before it even came out. You know,
Uh-huh.
you gotta know somebody. I can get that, but I don't know how he would get the book.
I don't know.
He's just a teacher.
He's just a teacher. But somehow
He's
he
just
got
a
a
teacher.
preview copy before anybody else. And it just went around. So only because of that, I'm going to give it a 90. Because everything else
That's what I
about this
gave it. I
movie
gave
is
it a 90.
great. Yeah, I don't
No,
know.
I
I don't
got-
know why you
I
took your
got other
10% off,
issues.
but
Oh, I tell you, I got some issues, and it all stems from fucking Lance, fucking
Mr. Lance Sullivan's masculine ass.
Mr. Lance. Yeah, his dumb ass. He's my.
He's a straight up
I-
caveman in this one.
I don't like him.
I know.
Don't like him.
We'll touch on it. Let's
He
finish this
goes-
drinking game.
Anybody who calls my sexy Nia Long a lesbian just because she a bad bitch, I don't want to have anything to do with your ass.
He said
So
she's
fuck
one
that shit.
step. She's one step from lesbian.
One step.
And Terrence Howard's like, hold on, that's a nice thought.
She probably fucks better than you, bitch. I'm just joking.
We never find out.
We
She's
never find out.
emotional. She's horny.
I'm horny,
And she don't want to hear about no
and I don't
goddamn
care
peas.
about no goddamn peas. Fuck you.
Good night.
Yeah, how about that?
Can we at
Mhm.
least hold each other?
No, bitch.
Take your ass to sleep on the couch.
On the couch. That is my favorite line in the whole movie, by the way.
Mhm.
So,
Fuck you, good night.
don't- No,
The
I'm
whole-
horny. My hormones are raging. I'm emotional, and I don't care about no damn green peas.
Greens? You getting hungry,
Fuck
aren't
you.
you?
I'm a little drunk, a little high. I had a couple beers before this.
I thought about getting high today before this just to help with my back. I just forgot to do it.
I
It was
wish I could-
helping yesterday. I took an edible yesterday and my back felt great within like 30, 40 minutes.
I wish I could send you stuff in the mail. I don't know.
Amazon don't do edible.
I don't know. I feel like
That
they're
would
not gonna
be
checking too
so
hard.
awesome if they did.
Because I would totally send you.
Corner
some,
the
'cause I know
market
you
right
heard it.
there. I'm in pain.
Look, go find some place to send you some like CBD oil or like some stuff you can put in a bathtub. Get in that tub, and your body will feel better.
Dude, I
Promise.
did actually yesterday. I got in the tub and I was watching Avengers Infinity War on my tablet. Inside the tub, I lit some candles, turned
I
off
do
the
that also.
lights,
Ooh, you had a nice sexy
closed
time
the
by yourself?
door. I did until Robin came in the room. And then Ashley came in the room. And all of a sudden, I'm sharing the tub with 3 individuals.
She got into?
Robin got in the goddamn tub with me. With the candles and the bubbles and everything. I'm like,
And this man,
can a grown man just light some candles and drop some bubbles and just have some time to himself?
to
Shit.
himself.
I put on Avengers because I didn't think y'all would like it. Okay, I
been
might be
wanting to
drunk
take a-
already.
I've been wanting to take a bath in your bathtub, so enjoy that shit.
It's nice.
Yeah. Okay, so you gonna take a sip
Take a sip.
when you see a flashback. So this is when they go back to college.
So when they all shave.
When they all shave. They already look young as fuck anyway in this movie. They just had to shave and wear like a jersey.
When Lance
Just
is yelling
down
at
a
his
little
dick.
bit.
Lord, please forgive me on my wayward dick. What the fuck is wrong
Yeah.
with you?
Just yelling at him. So you're gonna take a sip at all of those.
Okay.
There's not too many, but they're good. You gonna take a sip
Take that sip.
when someone kisses. So this is just a couple kissing. This is a forehead kiss. That's what I'm saying.
The
you know?
forehead
Maybe
kiss.
the-
It's
forehead
endearing.
kiss. Yep.
It's damn near erotic. I mean, you almost
Damn
got me
near.
with it.
One. Anytime I do get a forehead kiss, like
It reminds
Like
you of
someone
this
just-
movie, right?
yes, as long as it's not like a family member, your uncle kissing you on your forehead. No, not like that. But I'm talking about like a man kiss. I do always think of this fucking movie. Like
It's
what you
like
trying to do?
nowadays it's like a red flag if you've seen the movie. Because
You
no
trying to
bullshit.
kill me?
After I did see this movie, I was like, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try that. Like Terrence
Hey.
Howard. Shit. I tried that forehead kiss. It didn't work for me. I guess I'm not as smooth as old Harp over there.
Oh, Harp. I'm just saying that when this movie came out, I didn't know nothing about none.
Mm.
I love this movie though. I thought it was great.
Mm-hmm.
But I got older and I got a sexy forehead kiss. I mean, what you trying to do?
It's like, how you trying to play me?
I seen it.
Or
That's the
if
best
you're
man.
if you're open to it, it's like, okay, I see you. I see where I stand
feel
now.
you. Okay,
How do
Alright.
we move this forward?
let's get out of here. So, okay, you're going to take a sip when Lance gets physical. So when he goes crazy, he grabs Terrence Howard over the table.
Mm-hmm.
He about to throw this bitch up. He's about to throw the bitch off to the balcony, punch him in the eye. You
Yeah.
gonna take a sip.
Okay.
Even
see
when
you.
he's trying to forgive him and he's like grabbing his hand,
Yeah.
he's still being
I could have
aggressive.
killed you last night.
Take a sip.
I still could right
Take
now.
a sip.
It's karma,
I
baby.
kick you in your... It is karma, baby.
And Terrence is just
How do you-
smooth. He's just looking at him like, yeah, but you can do what you're gonna do, but that don't mean I'm wrong.
Yeah.
He just can't
we can
handle
throw
it.
him over this. Look,
He can't handle it.
You've
As
been
many
cheating
times as
on-
he is tippy-toed out the door on her ass. If she
he
did it
cheated on
even
her all the
once.
time.
Exactly.
That's that goddamn double standard that I am not about.
Absolutely.
And I hate people who pull that same shit. She stepped out once in college. How she know she was gonna marry you 10 years later? She didn't know.
Right?
How am I supposed to know?
Ugh.
Why are we so mad? I don't want to talk about it. Let's go. All right, so you gonna finish it or take a sip.
Don't worry about it. We're not the cheating type. We're not on trial here.
I'm not a cheating type
Mm-mm.
because I'll just leave you and then go be with the person. I'll do
Mhm.
that over cheating on you. Any day.
Zenobia is a good woman, Lord.
I am, and I make a good cocktail.
Yes, you do.
I roll.
Oh, wait, you didn't make
blunts.
this one, but it's still good. Ish.
But you know, my history of cocktails is on point. Okay, I just can't make up any while we're apart because I don't know what to tell you to do. I just be making it up. Okay, so you know, take a sip
Take a sip.
when someone dances.
Yes.
I'm
When
gonna take
Candy's
this-
dancing.
when Candy's dancing.
When Uncle
all up
Skeeter's
on her.
dancing.
Yep, I'm gonna take it when it's fucking them dancing to Stevie Wonder,
Oh, yeah.
all that.
Do, 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 do,
Do, do,
do.
Oh, yes, all that.
Do, 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 do,
You gonna take a sip.
do. Okay.
There's some good dancing in here.
Come on, Uncle Skeeter. Don't be trying to touch my booty.
Don't be trying to touch my booty. That is totally something I would say to
Oh, no,
somebody.
no,
so
no, no.
Uncle Skeeter
And he gets it
was
started. I'm
trying-
gonna get it started, y'all. 5,
Yep.
6, 5, 6,
Five,
7, 8.
7, yeah.
You see Shelby's ass out there looking for
Yeah.
attention.
One, I love Shelby.
I love
She
Shelby.
a hot mess. She a hot ass mess. I love it.
She's out of
Okay,
her
so-
mind. She's sexy in this movie, though. As crazy as she is, like I kind of get why Julian sticks around.
I don't, but we'll
Yes
see.
and no.
Okay, so
We're gonna talk about that.
we gonna talk about it. So you gonna take a sip when Quentin gives somebody a burn. So that's him burning Shelby all the goddamn time.
Oh,
him
okay.
Julian all the time.
hmm
All those jokes. He'd be like, "Are you wearing your mama's jacket?
You're still wearing your
Yeah.
mama's jacket, huh?
Yeah.
Bite it, okay? Bite it.
it.
Grow it,
that's-
Murchie. Grow it.
Grow it. That's him telling Shelby to pick up her fucking bottom jaw.
Oh, don't you think you ought to pick that up? What?
Yep.
Your bottom jaw.
Bottom jaw, mhm. All of them. And he has some great ass.
He's got some
He's got some
He's
good
got some
burns on
great
people.
lines in this movie. I get why Terrence Howard wanted to play this role.
I would want to play this role too, because I seriously.
Huh? He's like,
I
I'm
love
a
burning
pimp,
people.
so my future's looking mighty bright. Thank you very much. See me, you just weren't made to wear fine Italian tailor-cut suits. Myself, I'm gonna pimp
Mhm.
this baby right here.
And he did.
Yes, he did.
Because you know it's hard out here for a pimp. And that's especially him when he's trying to make his money for the rent.
I almost went with the thin mustache today, but I didn't think I could rock it the same way. Maybe next time. I'll try it out one of these days.
I need us to do hustle and flow like soon. Love it. Okay. So you gonna take a sip.
Take a sip. I've been simping. I'm on my fourth. Shit.
Keep on simping since been simping.
Since
You gonna
simping's
take a
been
sip.
simping.
When someone says Shelby,
Shelby
they say
who?
her name probably the most out of everybody. I know, even when he's getting his lap dance. they're like,
Hey,
"You
Mark,
call
Shelby's on the phone
you?"
for you.
Yep, all of that.
When all of them
Uh-huh.
say it. Hi, Shelby.
Hi, Shelby. She's
Well, it's
like,
nice to
"Hi."
see you too.
You too, yeah.
Break out the 40s.
Like, fuck this bitch. So when someone says that crazy bitch Shelby, I don't
Uh-huh.
think so.
Okay, I like that a lot.
You gonna finish your drink when we meet the bride. So this is when she comes down the stairs all in slow motion.
In slow
and
motion.
her and Lance,
Dressed in all
Lance
white
and-
with that white background.
white background, looking so pure.
Mm-hmm.
They're all just watching her come down the stairs.
Innocent
That's
and
when you gonna finish
shit.
your drink.
We
Because
know
she
what you
is-
did.
We do know what she did, but you can't be mad for a one night stand at college.
I can't be mad.
Y'all do.
Dude, you can't be
That's
mad
the
at her.
thing.
Hell no. She was well within her rights. As many times.
mean-
shit.
I do understand that.
Even once. If he
Kinda
only did it,
selfish.
if he only did it once, she's still within her rights. Cause she took his
So-
ass back.
Did he take her virginity, or did Lance take her virginity?
No, I think he did. He definitely did.
Tay Diggs?
No, Lance. Morris
Oh, okay,
Chestnut
okay.
definitely did. He definitely took her virginity. This was, after, of course. It's not
Hey,
like
man.
she was saving it for marriage.
She was.
Yeah, but Lance got it way before then.
He got the.
It's not.
'Cause it
No, I don't think anywhere in the script or in the movie that it suggested that Tay Diggs got to her before Lance did in any way. It's
Well,
just a
that's
matter of
true.
he kept cheating on her and she couldn't take it anymore. She got tired of it, and this was her revenge.
I mean, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's like, okay,
But I
you're going
mean-
to keep fucking all these brainless, meaningless girls out here for sport? Fine. You can think that that's as impersonal as you want, but I take it personally, and therefore I'm going to fuck one person, and it's going to be somebody that you really wish that I didn't. And that's what she did.
He deserves it. Fuck Lance. All right, let's move on.
Hey,
So
he got what he
go-
deserves. I'm not going to say that he didn't. He absolutely did.
Yeah, he did get what he deserved. He got less than what. I don't want to.
Like
here we go.
Terrence Howard said, it's karma, baby.
It's karma.
Mm-hmm.
You cheated on her for probably the get, so that's why I don't understand.
From Jump
why you
Street.
could be even mad at something that happened in college. In college, anyone who goes to college knows that is a free spirit time where you find yourself sexually, mentally, physically,
Mm-hmm.
and
That's when you're
you can't
supposed to
mad
be
from-
sleeping around, so to speak.
What did she say on Bridesmaids? She's like, that's your whole year. You're supposed to go out there and just fuck, have lesbians experience.
I don't remember.
So you're supposed to. That's what you're supposed to do in college. Okay.
I just
so
remember
you
getting
could-
yelled at. You have the face of an angel. You smell like pine cones.
Smell like pine needles. Okay. So you gonna finish your drink
Finish that drink.
when Lance reads the book. Bum
Mm.
bum bum. So when he in the toilet
Oh, when it
Yeah,
starts to turn all
goddamn.
red on him and everything.
and he starts to get to the
Gotcha.
forehead kiss of them.
He
Get
sealed it with a kiss to her frontal
Kiss the
lobe.
forehead.
Okay. Then he goes after
He
his ass.
squeezed
You
the
fucked
butt.
Mia. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bah!
My whole
Whoops
thing
his
is
ass.
he couldn't hold the secret in any longer.
Mm.
That he put it in the book so that he could somehow relieve himself of this horrible secret.
Mhm. Jordan gives it to him. She's like, you wrote the book. You aired
You
your
wrote the
dirty
book.
laundry.
You
This
shoulda
is
kept
your fault.
laundry. It is.
You got away
'Cause
with
he was
it
like-
years ago. Let it go, stupid.
Why are you writing it down? You know she didn't tell him.
'Cause
If
it
she
makes
didn't tell
that
him, why
money.
you tell him?
It makes that money.
I mean,
Because he is a narcissist. He wants that limelight. He wants that fame. He wants to be on Oprah. He wants to cheat on Sanaya Lathan for years to come. He wants to be Lance.
he does.
Honestly, he's just not an
Yeah.
athlete. He's a writer.
He just should have changed the story a lot more
Mm-hmm.
so that your friends would have just thought you added stuff
Mm-hmm.
instead of thinking that because you added so much stuff that like, oh yeah, that did happen, that did happen, that did
Yeah.
happen. That one thing, if you're like, oh, I made it up, they're like, no, you didn't, because everything else you wrote was real.
Absolutely.
Everything else
I
you
can
wrote
read
was
between the lines, motherfucker.
yeah. You changed like our names, but that was it. Okay.
He
So
tried to
you
flip
go-
it with a couple of different characters, intertwining characters. He didn't do a good
He
enough.
tried.
A little bit. But that's just
It's
a
his first
testament
big book.
to our director and the way he wrote it.
Oh yes, he did. Okay, so you gonna finish your drink
Finish that drink.
during the best man speech. I'm not about to finish this because I refilled it about 3 times, so I'm gonna sip it.
To the bride and groom.
To the bride and groom. Yep.
Okay.
So
So
when he does the speech,
when Tay Diggs makes his best man speech,
yeah,
he
he's
goes
like,
the
you know, I
holy
can't
road,
take
and may God
all the.
bless this union.
You're like, God damn you, man.
And nobody's clapping until Lance does. Like, it's already gone around the wedding and everything. Everybody knows what happened
The
already.
motherfucker got a
Whooped
black
his
eye.
ass.
He got one of these.
Mhm.
All right, so you know something.
Only one
went
that
down.
doesn't know at this point is Mia. Because, you know, it's the
That's
bride,
true.
and she's got to stay happy on wedding day. But until Lance starts clapping, nobody's clapping.
Yeah. You got anything to add?
I don't know. I'm a little drunk already.
Champagne. We talked about it.
That's
Makes
champagne.
you drunker faster. Because of the
Um,
bubbles.
I do have one thing to add.
And
Take a simp. Actually, I have two things to add. And you can choose to take them or not because you're already going to get a little fucked up on this because it's champagne. But you got to take a simp anytime that Jordan is being meddling and controlling the way that she does.
okay.
Or you also have to take a simp when Julian, a.k.a. Merch, is getting shit on.
By who?
By everybody.
Okay.
Like, everybody talks down to him to a certain
easy.
degree. You know, Terrence Howard does it. Shelby does it. Lance does it like once or twice. I don't know if Tay Diggs does it. Jordan
Not
does
really.
it.
That's because he's a fuck up, dude. What
Yeah.
you up from?
Don't get me wrong. I mean, he's a pacifist.
Yeah.
You know, he's soft.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, you
He's
one of
a
them
good
soft bros.
man.
Hey, don't ever call me soft. What you mean? What you taking in all this air for? I called you soft.
Soft.
Hey, shit, I spell it. S-O-F capital T. Soft.
Soft. Soft.
He started it. I'm gonna get you, you New York cities.
I'm gonna get you. All right. Well.
Got all my rocks here, boss.
How about New York City 1, New York City 2. So, that is the motherfucking drinking game.
Game.
Yes,
Shit.
Okay, so I just need to ask this because you said I have a surprise, but you didn't tell me what this is going to be. For people who can't see Jason right now, he's sitting in front of a green screen.
They don't know that. All they know is that I'm hanging out in New York City right now.
I just want to know what's going on. And
I have upgraded the video podcast situation, and therefore I've decided that when this coronavirus is over, you're going to join me, and you're going to be green screen too, and we're going to go wherever we want to go, depending on the movie that we're doing.
Oh, I love it.
You understand?
Oh my god. Yes.
Uh-huh.
It'll look a lot better with our costumes if we have a cool green screen.
Yep. Exactly.
I love it.
So we're going to be hanging out
I love it.
wherever the hell we want. Where you want to go next?
The beach,
I'm out.
boy.
Right near the beach.
Boy. I just want to be out of this house, so
How are you guys holding up over there?
we're good. You know, I got a house full of people, so that's actually good. It's not like, you know, we're in solitaire with just one person.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little envious of your situation because you've got everybody there at the house. It feels like you have a sense of community. You got them babies. You got your brother, my sister, Karina, Cruz, Mama and Daddy. You know, you got a community with you. And that is a big luxury in this current situation.
It is.
Don't get me wrong. Even I'm ahead of the curve because I have Ashley and Robin. Some people are stuck by themselves, dude.
I know. And
Straight
if you
up
are
by
a
themselves.
person who's listening to us and you are a person quarantined by yourself, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you and know that we love and care for you because we want us all to be safe.
You want to know something crazy?
I know it sucks. Huh.
Check this out. Ashley has a friend who is a staff member on a cruise ship, and they can't dock.
Yeah, there's a lot of cruise ships like that.
They are stuck at sea. They've been at sea for 3 months. They're trying to quarantine themselves for the next 15 days just so that certain crew members can get off and dock at their respected countries. Because crew members on a cruise ship can be from anywhere. You don't even know where they're from.
Oh, I know. I've auditioned for quite a few.
I wouldn't mind. If I was single, I wouldn't mind working on a cruise ship. That'd be a lot of fun.
I tried, yeah. But I mean, I got to be part of the entertainment. I ain't about to be a waiter.
Nah.
On a cruise ship. That's not my gig. But
I wouldn't mind being the MC. That master of ceremonies. Absolutely, I could do that.
I want to be the lounge. I want to be the lounge singer or the person who runs the karaoke.
Nice.
I want to be the singer of the Jamaican reggae band. There's always a Jamaican reggae band on a cruise.
I could be in charge of sports activities.
Yeah, I could do that.
They do a lot of events and activities on there too.
Yep. All right, let's talk about this movie.
All right, let's dive into the movie. What movie are we talking about?
So, The Best Man. And
I love this movie. I love this soundtrack. This is such a good movie and such a good soundtrack.
We have a lot of people in this movie that we've previously talked about.
Yes, we have.
I'm sorry. Whoa.
You getting tired?
I guess.
I'm sorry.
I do have to work tomorrow. You are.
Yeah.
So be more interesting.
Wow.
I do have to work tomorrow, so let's get this shit.
Shots fired.
Pow, pow. Yeah, so we've talked about quite a few people in this movie in previous movies.
Including our director.
Who we previously talked about in Girls
Way
Trip.
back when.
Way back when we first started this shit with Girls Trip.
Yep. How far are we going back? Way back.
Way back.
Back in the time.
Episode 2.
Was it episode 2? I think it was. Shit.
It was. Girls Trip number 2, yeah.
Damn, Gina.
So we've talked about him before. Malcolm D. Lee.
Yes.
A wonderful writer and director of this movie.
He's got a murderer's row of successful movies.
He does make some good movies.
This was his first one.
This was his first feature film.
It is amazing that he got this cast at such a young age. He was 29.
Before he could. He got them when he could afford them.
But check this out. When they filmed this, he was 27, going on 28 years old when he was filming this. Yeah. That's crazy to get this cast together and make a movie like this. It's very, very impressive.
I am very jealous. This cast is amazing. This was his first feature film. He used the money and experience that he got from interning or working on Malcolm X with his cousin Spike Lee.
Spike.
On that wonderful Spike Lee joint. Yeah, so they are cousins, but their movies are completely different.
Yes, they do.
I probably think the only thing that is a through line on both of their movies is that they usually use a strong black cast. So
yeah, I hear
I
you on
just
that.
love it. Hmm.
But his
That's like
his
probably the only
resume is
thing.
just as impressive. Like if you look at it from right after The Best Man, he went to Undercover Brother with Eddie Griffin.
Undercover brother.
But
Dave
right after
Chappelle's in that one too.
after that, he did Roll Bounce, which I love that
I
movie.
was about to say that's your fucking movie.
That's my movie. But also right after that, he went to Welcome Home Roscoe Jenkins.
Love it.
Immediately. Then Soul Man, then Scary Movie, then The Best Man Holiday, then Barbershop The Next Cut, then Girls
that's
Trip,
part
then Night School. I mean, shit. Guess what he's doing next?
What?
He's doing Space Jam 2 and of course, Best Man Wedding.
I just want to Best Man Wedding. It's
Who's
gonna be
getting
a
married?
Part 3.
Yeah.
Quentin and fucking Shelby. They're the only ones not married.
No, Robin's not married.
Yeah, but they're not gonna do a whole wedding for her and the white boy.
I don't know.
He was a cool white boy, though. I have to say,
I liked
he
him.
fit in good.
I liked
he fit
him.
in good with the crew.
Yeah. I will say that nobody's attached yet. So,
They're all attached. You can't do it without them.
they gotta be.
I ain't gonna see it.
Hey, tell me, since we're talking about the Best Man Holiday broke my fucking heart.
Okay, I just want to throw out a spoiler there. If you are a person who has not seen Best Man Holiday, which is the part 2 to this one, go ahead because I'm gonna just talk real quick.
Yep.
Yes.
You're 7 years
it's
late
the
to the
reason-
prom.
That's okay. Some people 7 years ago was only 11.
They had some things to do. I get it.
They were babies. Okay, so I think part 2 is the reason why I don't like Lance.
Mm.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons in this movie why the first one why I don't like him, but being that that movie comes out so much later, time has passed, and he still can't forgive Taye Diggs. It's just, it makes no sense to me. It's too hard. It's a million. Your wife is telling you like, get over this shit, man. And if you should be mad at anybody, it's her because she's the one who actually promised anything to you. Now she didn't. Neither one of them did anything wrong, and he should feel more guilty about how many times he stepped out on her than that one time. But he can't.
He can't.
And him being a Christian, he can't even forgive, even though he said he was going to forgive. So that is why I fucking hate Lance. I do not give a shit or sympathize with his character at all in either one of these movies.
I don't feel bad for him in the least when it comes to The Best Man because he brought it on himself. She would have never cheated on him if he had remained faithful.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
She didn't cheat on him. They broke up.
No, they didn't break up.
They did. They were fighting. They broke up. Because he says, he's like, you remember when you guys broke up for like that little bit? Like, it's just, he did it to him fucking
But
self.
nonetheless, even if they were broken up, your best friend, come on. That's straight up vindictive. Now, does he deserve it? Absolutely.
Yes.
However, does he deserve what happens in part 2? No.
No.
Nobody
That's what I'm saying.
does. Nobody.
Why are you still holding on to this grudge? I can't. So.
Because it makes for, good drama.
Speaking of Night School, I know we just like briefly talked about it, but I want to mention a show that I started watching today that I kind of want everybody to fucking start watching. It's called Black AF on Netflix. It's by the creator of Blackish and Mixedish and Grownish.
Wait. Who is the creator? Because I may have already met him.
You probably have met him. What is his name? Oh, hold on.
Because Ashley just worked on Mixedish.
I know she did. He's the creator. I don't know if he was at your guys' fucking rap.
Is it the tall, bald, black dude?
He is kind of bald. Yeah, he light skinned.
What's his name?
Hold on. Is this him? Kenya Barris.
Kenya
Look him up.
Barris. Hey, babe.
I think
You know what Kenya Barris?
is that his name?
Kenya Barris. No, from
K
Mixed
E
Dish?
N Y. Anyway,
All right. I
watch.
thought it was the exec producer of Mixed Dish. 'Cause that dude
I
is
need
the
you to go
exec
ahead.
producer of Blackish and of Grownish as well. And also he does a little cameo in, I think it's like episode 2 of Blackish. So, you know
He
when
also,
Randall, what's his name? Randall what?
well, this guy I'm talking about is also a writer on Girls Trip.
Oh,
So he
okay.
wrote a lot of black things that we know and love. And the show has what is her? Rashida Jones. And I love it because normally we don't see Rashida Jones play a black character, but she plays a black AF character in this movie, and it's pretty funny.
What does
There's a TV
AF
show.
stand for?
As fuck? Are you serious? Because my
I
dad
just wanted
asked
you to
me
break
that
it down
earlier
for the
today.
people.
My dad, I told him, I was like, dude, you need to watch like Black AF. I don't know, it's like hashtag Black AF, and he was like, well, what's AF stand for? And I was like, as fuck. And he's like, oh, black as fuck, and I was like, yeah. I just felt weird.
I'm
saying that
sorry.
to him.
I'm sorry. I'm cussing in the house.
I'm sorry, you asked me what it meant. I gotta tell you. But yeah, side note, go check it out. I think it just dropped like today or yesterday on Netflix.
I'll
Very
check it
good.
out.
Love it.
As embarrassed as I am to say this, I just barely started Blackish last week. We're all caught up on Mixed-ish, but Blackish
Good.
is my show. Shit.
I've been telling you that for years, girl.
Have you?
But yes.
I must
yes.
have been checked out. I'm sorry.
I've always been like, y'all need to watch Blackish. It's funny.
Dude, Anthony Anderson
Yeah.
and Lawrence Fishburne.
I'm down like
All day.
I'm like behind a season and a half, but all right.
All right, is he working on Black AF? Take a look. So
Okay.
she does know
Let's
Kenya,
move on.
but he doesn't really
told you.
show up on set. He's the exec producer of Mixed Dish as well, like you were saying.
And he's like I think he created them as well. So that's what I'm saying. Like
Oh,
he
really?
wouldn't be on the fucking set.
I got you.
But this
No, he
this
would.
show,
If he's the creator, he would be.
I mean, not all the goddamn time. Anyway, so this show
Mhm.
is it's like a Blackish, but like a dirtier Blackish. Like
It's that PG-13 Blackish.
yeah, like
It's not quite rated R Blackish.
I
But
don't know, they
it's
cuss and do drugs sometimes, so I'm only like 2-3 episodes in.
shit.
Uh,
What's it on?
But it's Netflix. It's a Netflix original.
Got you.
It's funny.
All right, I'll take a look.
Watch it, people. Okay, so like we said, this is his first movie, Malcolm's,
Mm-hmm.
with the help of Mr. Spike Lee, because this movie is produced by 40 Acres and a Mule,
Yes, it is.
Spike Lee's production company,
Mm-hmm.
helping his cuz out. They talked about how, he would come and give suggestions on the script or casting or whatever, this, that, and that. And he said it was always cool, to take some advice from him and,
course.
to disagree with him as well, Because
Good for
he
him for
might be-
disagreeing where necessary.
Here's the thing. He might be the great and powerful Spike Lee to us mortals, but to fucking Malcolm, that's just his older fucking
That's
cousin.
your cousin.
He don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That's
Shit.
Day-Day. No one cares. No
Malcolm,
one cares.
is this your
Is
cousin?
your cousin?
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
cousin.
Good, because you fired. Yeah, so, I can understand. If it was like, one
Oh,
of
my
us,
ribs.
I'm sorry. If it was like one of us, like working with him and having Spike give us it, we would be totally different and awestruck. And
Yeah,
oh my
you'd
God,
like
it's-
latch onto every single word that he gives you.
yes, but if he was just my cousin, I'd be like, man, I ain't making movies like you, bitch.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Thank you for giving me some money for this shit.
yeah.
But yeah,
You do you,
So-
I'm gonna do me.
the Lee family be kicking it out with some awesome movies. You can get some deep dramas that make you think about racism and just the world and politics and all that shit. And you can look at Denzel most of the time with his movies,
Mm-hmm.
or you can watch these goofy, fun black comedies that show, powerful black people. Girls Trip, everybody except I guess Tiffany Haddish's character was, established in their career.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
doesn't really try to make movies where, we're gang members or where, just sex drive to people where it's just whatever. He makes it so that his scripts could be put in with any different race. You could put a white people into Girls Trip.
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh yeah, you
can.
absolutely could. And
Obviously you can't do that with like Undercover Brother, but like
the title is
and Rob,
Undercover Brother.
yeah, that's a little different one. But he seems to keep black people working. He worked on Soul Food, the TV show, for a long time.
Oh, did he? Okay.
He did some episodes of that. Are We There Yet?
With Ice Cube?
No, like the TV show with Terry Crews.
Oh, is there a TV show with that?
There was, yeah. He did The Game, which ran for fucking forever. He did about, I think, like 15 episodes of that. So,
Okay.
He stays in Black Hollywood, which I love. Keeping us working and using a nice variety of us in his movies.
Well, since you're talking about them comedies, he doesn't consider this a comedy. Malcolm doesn't. He says that this is a drama that has comedic elements and comedic parts to it, but never did he consider it a comedy. Just happens to be there's some funny shit in here.
I feel like part 2 is a comedy, maybe, with like a very dark undertone of like some sadness.
I was gonna say that shit takes a deep turn if it's a comedy. That's like some Click shit from Adam Sandler. You didn't expect to cry when you watch Click. You don't expect to cry when you watch Best Man Holiday, but shit.
It's still a good movie and it keeps you laughing until the end when you're crying.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I couldn't stop.
I know.
Damn.
So, you know how I said that Terrence Howard was probably the most character that's like me? Terrence Howard and like Nia Long's characters combined would be me. Malcolm's character is Harper. He is the artist. He is the writer. I don't think that he necessarily wanted it to be that way.
Sure.
In real life. But after putting out this movie, he got calls from his friends and shit being like, well, how come you see me as like a Shelby? Or how come, I'm sitting here like a whatever? And they started hitting him up like he really did write this book or movie
based on his friends.
Them.
And he came right back with it. He's like, I wasn't even thinking about you. That's your own neuroses, bro.
Yeah, why you deep diving in this shit? So he became his own Harper in making this movie, not knowing that he was going to become his own Harper. I bet he did think of himself as that, because he is the most, he's a writer and he seems the most level-headed. I don't know what his family or friends are outside of Spike Lee, but, he turned into that because they thought he was writing about them.
Everybody wants that attention. They want to feel like it was based on them. So it's just like reading your horoscope. Like your horoscope will say that you're a certain way, and you subconsciously will find ways to mimic those characteristics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, I'm a Scorpio, and it says that Scorpios are very intelligent and very secretive, and they're also very manipulative. And if you think about it, everybody is. Anybody can be intelligent. Anybody can be secretive. Anybody
Yeah.
can be manipulative. It also says, that Scorpios are extremely jealous. I'm actually not very jealous. But your mind is like, okay, this is what I am. This is the year or the month that I'm born under. So these are the characteristics that I have in me, and I have to emulate them whether I want to or not. It's not really the case. It's just the way that your mind wants to rationalize things. So when a friend of yours writes a book, you immediately think, oh, he must be talking about me. Well, he ain't talking about
That's
you.
true. Unless it's like distinct of like,
I mean, if it's,
it's like I made them eat a shit pie. Like, they talking about you in the book. Like, that's something that you would just see. Like, you couldn't make that up. I know you're talking about me.
That was not me.
I love that. That was not me. All right, Queenie, run! Run! Please, I love that movie so much. It was a good book. You can't hide some things like that. You be like, you didn't make that up, bitch.
Who's gonna
That was
believe you?
me.
I don't know. I've been told I'm a good writer. Already
I'm a
sold a
good
lot of
writer.
books.
Sure
Bitch.
have. Oh, yes, I did, you racist bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
You a godless woman.
that's all I have on Malcolm. You got anything else on our wonderful director that we will definitely do again when we do Roscoe Jenkins?
Oh man, when we do that, when we do Best Man Holiday, when we do Roll Bounce, shit, you pick it. Damn. No, I am ready to talk about something luscious and sugary.
Oh, shit.
Because
It's
she's
a
only in here for the
Candy!
minute.
And we've already talked about her.
Miss Candy, played by the
Candy!
wonderful Regina Hall.
Sexy.
Sexy Candy. Smart Candy. Shit.
Smart.
Exactly.
No, like books and shit.
Right? Her ass is
She's
in
just stripping to
college.
get to
She's stripping to
college.
pay
Mhm.
her shit. This was her, I don't know if I would say it's her breakout role, but it was her first big opportunity.
I'm just going to say her body was banging.
Hell yeah, it was.
She looks so cute.
Sexy.
If you want to hear a lot more about her,
Mhm.
go ahead and listen to our Girls Trip, our episode number 2.
I will say
Which is a
she
million years
not
ago.
only was her body just sexy as all hell, but she took control of her sexuality as well. She didn't have any reservations. She understood that she was acting and dancing in front of a room full of testosterone-filled men at a bachelor party. She didn't give one fuck. She was
Until
in
part
her
2.
own world. She treated it as such, and she did a hell of a job.
Yeah, until part 2 when she totally regrets that shit quick.
Oh yeah, I mean that's that's in the writing.
Yeah.
But I commend her because it's not easy to take off your clothes in front of camera. It's not easy to take off your clothes on stage or in front of a group of people. I don't care how fit you are, how sexy you are, or how well you can dance. It is a difficult thing to do regardless because you are completely exposed. And when these drunken people are looking at you as a object of desire, that will definitely, it can fuck up your head real quick. Even if you are in a controlled setting and you're on stage and this, that, and the other, regardless, you're still halfway naked. And the fact that she did it so well and so precise, and she had an agenda, is very admirable how well she did that.
Are we talking about the actress or
I'm
the
talking about
character?
the actress.
Okay.
I'm talking about
totally
Regina
understand-
Hall and how well she played that character.
I understand her. I understand it. I am a person who personally does not like wearing clothes, so I really don't give a shit if you see my pot belly and my stretch marks. But especially if I had a body like hers in this movie, you couldn't keep clothes on me. So I totally understand that there are people out there who, that is a big deal and it's very scary. But as long as I'm not showing my snatch and my cheese, then I feel more comfortable. Like I said, I don't like wearing clothes, layers of clothes. It's just not me.
You're
So
I don't like wearing clothes either, but you're the exception to the rule as far as what people see. Most people don't want people to see anything.
yeah, that's true. You
You
can
know,
you can connect these stretch marks. I don't give a shit.
just tip me.
Hit me.
Get that money.
Hey,
Get that money.
yep, make it rain. Yeah, she
Luke's
does a
ass.
fantastic job. She's gorgeous. Her character is awesome. She's sweet. She's
Yeah,
totally
she's
the
so
opposite of
sweet.
Shelby.
The second that you flip the script and she's no longer working, like the next day, she's incredibly sweet and she's so
She's dressed cute.
personable.
Yeah,
And
she's not.
she's-
She didn't come dressed like a stripper.
Hell no.
Like when you would think a stripper would show up to something. She just, she was awesome, and I do love her. I know I keep talking about part two, but I just love her character in part two because she's like hood and like classy at the same time. Like, oh yeah, I'm sweet, but don't tip me. I'll fucking beat your ass. Like, don't cross me.
Exactly. Well,
Her
she's still
character's
doing her
great.
thing. You know what I saw her in recently is Shaft, the newest
Oh yeah,
the
she
newest
plays
one.
the wife,
She plays wife
the
or
mama,
the ex-wife, baby
the
mama.
ex-wife. Yeah, she does a good job.
She got
I
that
love her
interaction
scene-
with Samuel L. And he thinks that she's
I
gonna
love the
stick
scene when
around.
she's talking to herself. I know. When she's talking to herself in the bathroom, she's like, "What the fuck is this nigga doing here? Is he following me?" Like she's all like questioning herself. I love it. That scene is probably the best scene in the movie for me.
Oh, so
She
good.
is seriously like asking every question.
You
would
really
ask
think you were
yourself.
gonna get some? Shit.
Shit. I loved it. Yeah, I liked Shaft too. It was pretty good.
I like that part of Shaft too. I don't know if I'm sold on young Shaft. I don't know if he can carry the torch. But that's
He's
just me.
fine.
This is more that goes into it than that.
There
Shit.
is.
Yeah.
I'm just playing. I think that he is a new age Shaft because we're in a world of things that are changing and he is more politically correct and he's just a new generation. I'm not against it. Hopefully he'll get a little more. Maybe they could do one more movie with Samuel L. motherfucking Jackson and he could get a little more tougher. But yeah.
Yeah, he's gotta step up that game. Like you notice, Homegirl doesn't become attracted to him until such.
Mhm.
But anyway, we're not talking about Shaft.
I was attracted from the moment I saw that movie.
He's a good looking dude. He's a good looking nerd.
Yeah, oh yes he is. That's what I need, a good looking nerd. Makes money.
Don't we all?
So, so who are we talking about? You want a fun fact? I can give you one.
Give me that fun fact, because I'm ready to move on. What's the matter? The mustache too big?
God damn it! The cat. I hate you.
I counted you
So the
down too. I
cat-
was like, is she gonna make it? Nope.
Okay, so the cast. You could tell that this ensemble cast is very friendly and fun with each other.
Mhm.
A lot of them have worked with each other in previous movies and shows
All of them.
because, like I said, Black Hollywood is a neighborhood, and so you know your neighborhood neighbors. So
Won't you be
Oh.
my neighbor?
Black neighbor.
Hello,
So,
boys and girls. We're all alone again today. You know why?
So
My wife walked out on me. I'm so glad the bitch is gone.
go. So the cast who even had a cast dinner. They got drunk, shut down a restaurant, had a good time. on set. It was a very fun, chill set
Oh
where
yeah.
it felt like they were partying all the time and chilling and relaxing. Um, this was a good time because it came out during the, I would like to say, the black renaissance of movies in the mid to late 90s,
It was
when
like the turn
we
of the
not
century.
turn of the century, we no longer had movies where we were boys in the hood and Menace to Society. We're
Mhm.
not saying that those movies aren't good, because they are really good movies,
Mhm.
but we are moving into the,
And y'all want a
more
hamburger?
we moved into more of the realistic black African American family, like Soul Food and
Oh yeah.
such. Love and Basketball, The Wood, and shit. All this stuff came out around this time, and these movies blew up and became cult classics, at least in the black community.
Yeah, they all in like a span of 5 years.
Yeah, they just pop, pop, one after another.
Mhm.
And we kind of talked about that in Love and Basketball last year, about that, because that movie
Sanaya
came out around the
Lathan.
same times.
Woo!
Another Sanaya Lathan. This cast was so close that people started having fun, like Tay Diggs would moon Nia Long, and they would play pranks on each other and
Mhm.
dance and sing and have a good time. So the connection that you feel like these people are actually really college friends is because
They
a lot of
are.
them known each other for a long time.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely.
they
Shit.
have worked on other projects and
Um
shit.
what's her name? Nia Long and Monica Calhoun had known each other since they were kids, since they were coming
Yep.
up and auditioning for this, that, and the other. You know,
Yeah.
Sanaya Lathan had just worked with Regina Hall as her sister in Love and Basketball. You know,
Monica.
right? And then they just worked together in The Wood right before that shit.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, there's a lot of intertwining of a lot of these characters working with each other, from Morris Chestnut and Nia Long in Boys in the Hood to Tay Diggs and Sanaya Lathan in The Wood, and so on and so forth. You know.
Tay Diggs is
And
in The
that is
Wood.
also a testament to all of these
Oh, yes,
actors,
yes.
because that means that they are the cream of the crop. Because you best believe that there were other actors that auditioned for these roles, but
Yeah.
these actors took the roles.
That's because black Hollywood neighborhood was smaller back then than it is now.
That too,
Tay Diggs was the
but also I
fill-in
think
black
that the
dude.
gap was much bigger.
What do you mean? Of when movies were getting made?
Well, not just of when movies were getting made, but of the training and the back in the 90s there weren't nearly as many blue collar families, you might say, that had children that wanted to go into the arts. It wasn't really a viable option. You know, it's not reliable. It's not in your mind to become an actor.
Well, because people of color, we ain't got that luxury.
Exactly. Nowadays, it's more of a viable option. That's why you see so many people on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter, on Snapchat, on all of these platforms, on YouTube, because now we know that we can make money off of these other platforms, and that is an option rather than working in a steel mill, working in a factory, working for the government, working for the city, picking up trash, working at a retail, working at a restaurant, all of that soul crushing work, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But back then in the late 90s, like all of these actors, they had started in, say, the mid 80s. They decided, the hell with that. I don't want to do those things. They said, I want to be an actor. This is my life. This is what I'm going to do. And because of that, they got the proper training. They put in the work. They studied. And when it came to the audition time, they were just that much better. So you continually see them. Don't get me wrong. Black Hollywood is very small.
I'm gonna
10%
disagree with you too.
by standards. You
I'm
know.
gonna disagree with you on the whole training part. Not saying that black people didn't have training in previous generations.
Uh-huh.
What I'm saying is that these black people, especially the ones in this movie,
Mm-hmm.
became crossover hits. They became something that is different that we don't see too much of in Hollywood in general. Is that you get a handful, you get your Morgan Freeman and your fucking Denzel Washingtons and your Will Smiths who get those roles. You're going to use the same three dudes for either the old guy, the kind of old guy, or the young guy. Like, you use them for all
Mm-hmm.
of those. The thing is that the writing was never there for black people
Agreed.
until the 90s. I would say like it came in spurts. The 70s became, black exploitation movies where we can write our own movies, we can star in our own movies, we can do our own stuff. I get that. And then in the 80s, we kind of became more where there were certain people like Eddie Murphy who can be a crossover hit and
Yeah,
make
he was
billions of
marketable.
dollars for his studios. Very marketable, where white people are flocking to his movies, and it's not a black movie, it's an Eddie Murphy movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the 90s, where the early 90s, where we're getting hood classics like Boys in the Hood and stuff, which are great writing, but white people already see us as those people. Because we were only getting cast as slaves and waiters and gangsters and drug dealers. Those are what we get cast as. But it wasn't until the mid 90s that we got cast as being something to strive for. Every character in this movie, you can strive to be any of these careers because they all are great people. They're not on drugs. They don't have any stereotypical black problems. They just have people problems.
No, I agree with that. I
Like normal
100%
people.
agree with that.
And movies and situations like these bring us to have blackish and mixes where we can have a family or a group of people that you could put any race in. Because before, all the movies and characters that you were giving black people, you could only put black people in it, or maybe Mexicans. Like, that was it. Like, you could swap them out, but you can't swap a white person into this.
Nope,
But you
definitely couldn't. My point is more so that the competitive field was less at the time. There was not nearly as many people going out for the same role back in 1997, 98 as there is in 2019, 2020. Like, I just did a self-tape last week, and the casting director received 10,000 submissions. So back then, in 97, 98, you might receive 400 to 500 submissions. That's more so my point.
True.
Nowadays,
That's
everybody believes that they know how to act, and a lot of them have training. Back then, it wasn't exactly the case. So, when somebody like Taye Diggs and Nia Long and Sanaa Lathan and Morris Chestnut came along and Terrence Howard, they immediately rose to the top because it was clear and evident that they were good, they put in the work, they were reliable, and they constantly, don't get me wrong, they had to fight for every audition. And they only got 10% of what Hollywood actually makes. But when it come to that 10%, they knew that they were better than 99% of the people out there.
Everybody in this movie is brilliant actors.
Mm-hmm.
They're great.
Absolutely.
They are great. Great casting.
Like Malcolm said, this is not a black movie. This is a movie that happens to have black people in it. But the story translates to any culture.
I mean, like you said, it was even smaller. Terrence Howard talks about how he did this movie because he wanted to work with Morris Chestnut because he wanted to see the full who been stealing all his goddamn jobs. Let me see if he's as good as he says he is.
Uh-huh.
He is. They both are as good as they say they are.
Yep.
So,
I heard
and they became really good friends after that.
from what I understood, Terrence Howard was a little competitive in this movie. Like, he always wanted to win the scene, so to speak. Because you've got a murderer's row of
I think that
actors
he
in
does
this
win his
movie.
scenes. Yeah.
A lot of times, yeah. A lot of times he does. You know?
But I mean, when this movie came out, they weren't a murderous row. They were just a bunch of newcomers that you might have seen
true.
their face in Friday or
Very, very
in
true.
Boys in the Hood, or it's still got their group back, but you didn't know Morris Chestnut's name. You didn't know. We probably knew Tay Diggs because he was big.
Yeah, we knew Tay Diggs. We knew who he was. We
didn't know who Terrence Howard was.
We didn't know who Terrence Howard was. I knew who he was because
I
of
did.
Sunset Park by this point. But
I was gonna say because he was in American Dream, the Jackson 5 story.
yeah, yes he was.
Yes, he was. Along with what's her face?
Who was in that?
movie?
Monica Calhoun, right?
Yes, right. The bride, is that her name? Monica.
Uh huh.
Yeah, she plays
Monica.
Jackie or one of the sisters.
She plays one of the sisters, exactly. And we knew who Nia Long was from Friday. We knew who Morris Chestnut was from Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood. Yep.
We didn't know who. Sorry, I've been drinking. Shit, excuse me.
I've been drinking. Who?
Harold Perrineau. We didn't know who he was.
I did because he was in Romeo and Juliet.
Yes,
girl.
he was. Yes, he was. Dude,
Yeah,
I love
big
him in
about
Romeo
him.
and Juliet.
Me too.
He's
He
so
does a
fucking
good
good.
job.
So those of you who don't know, Harold played Mercutio in Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes. And damn was he good in that.
Yeah.
Dude.
That was my first probably introduction to him.
Uh-huh. Mine too.
He does a good job. I watched that movie a lot back then because I was like, oh, romance, and I want to be an actress. And so, it was he does a good job. But that's what I initially remember him from.
Uh-huh.
It's Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, that was one of his big breakout roles for sure.
Are we talking about him? Who
we can talk about him now. Shit, when we're already on him, let's talk about Mr. Harold. Shit. So
you got to start on Fame, girl. On Fame.
On Fame?
I'm gonna live forever, like the TV show.
Don't make me move too much.
Learn how to fly high.
The alcohol is helping, but I can only move so much right now.
Yeah. So he did that for a while.
Uh-huh.
He turned up on shows like Oz, which is a dirty, gritty ass prison show.
That fucking prison show on HBO.
If you ever want to be scared of going to prison, watch Oz. Don't watch Orange is the New Black. Watch Oz, because that shit will scare you.
Orange is the New Black is like minimum security.
I mean, here's the thing. It don't matter what minimum, or if you go to like a little white collar prison.
Mm-hmm.
Prison sucks. It don't matter what prison you go to. That shit sucks.
Don't get me wrong, though. If you're Jordan Belfort, you're fine. You're playing tennis with Tommy Chong and eating Jell-O and prime rib for lunch. You're fine.
That's true. But if you're a fool like R. Kelly, they got to keep you out of gin pops so your ass don't get popped because you sit here raping babies. And that ain't the thing, you know? So
absolutely.
There's that. But he also shows up in one of my favorite shows, Lost.
Oh, is he in Lost?
You don't watch Lost?
I don't watch Lost.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
He plays Michael in Lost.
Okay.
Him and his son are stranded on the island with everybody. He has a pretty big part. He goes through most of the series, if not all of it. He pops up here and there, but yeah, that's probably where he became big, famous, crossover. When you're on an ABC show for 10 years, you're on TV.
Yeah,
People
you're
are looking
set.
at you all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're set. Yeah.
So I heard
And
that
I
he
was
was very
watching Lost
excited
last
about
week.
this movie because this was one of the few times where he got to play a nice guy. Like before this, he was like the gang leader, or he was Mercutio. Mercutio was crazy. The way that he played
He's a
him,
nice guy.
dude, he was, don't get me wrong, he was loyal. He was loyal to Romeo,
Yeah.
but he was volatile. Mercutio had
Everybody-
a fire under his ass. Like,
Everybody was volatile in that fucking movie.
I don't know about
You
everybody,
did-
but
You do anything, you about to get killed unless you Romeo and Juliet.
I mean, they get
Everyone's
killed too.
sitting They do, but they kill themselves. That's on them.
But as a black man coming up in the late 80s, early 90s, I'm sure all he got to play was the young thug or the young gang leader or something that made him dangerous. So to be able to go to the other side of the spectrum and play Murch, aka Julian, who is a straight up pacifist, he was super excited about
Pushover
playing
bitch.
this, showing an acting range that he had never got to display before. And he really is like the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
You know, I love that about him until he gets in that argument after dinner with Shelby and she calls his bluff and she's like, fine, if you want to go to this stupid bachelor rancher romp with these adolescent boys, that's fine. Just go. Go. And she's like guilting the fuck out of him.
He's like, okay,
And he's
bye.
like, fine.
I'll go.
I'll see you in the morning.
Morning.
I love that. That's one of my favorite scenes because everybody's cheering for him afterwards. They're like, Merch, 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 Merch,
Yeah,
Merch,
fuck that
Merch.
bitch.
Fuck that bitch. Then he
I
gets
just
his
want to.
booty rubbed by Candy.
I just want to point out
Ow.
something that I feel like I want to address. My dad has a problem with movies or TV shows that has weak men
Mm.
as their lead. And I told him that there is a lot of weak men out there in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
And that there's so many movies and TV shows that have strong men in them. Every cop show, every political show, there's like a strong black man or a strong man in general, you know, and in dramas that every once in a while, at least in a comedy or something like this, to see a man that is not as masculine and strong, because there's tons of men who aren't masculine and strong out there,
Yeah.
to give a bunch of guys false hope that, you know, this is how a man's supposed to be. No, you can be however you want. And if you want to have a Shelby boss your ass around and do all that shit, you can. If you want to leave her for a stripper who treats you better, you can. And he's still, with their relationship, he's still not, you know, the tough masculine guy. He's just a good husband who loves his wife and kids, you know? And you don't have to be extra, like, fuck plants in this movie to portray a man. Because
I can
I know
agree
a lot
with
of men
that.
who aren't like that.
Yeah, I can agree with that to a certain degree. I think what he's worried about is, let me just say first and foremost that your pops comes from a different time.
Oh, I already told him
Where-
he's old at school.
He's old school, yeah. And
Yeah.
like a lot of us, he is told, you know, stand up straight. Men don't show fear. Never let them see you weak. Never let them see you cry. This, that, and the other. Which can be good advice under given circumstances. And that's what he's used to seeing, and that's what he is raised in believing, which there's goods and bads to that. I like that nowadays there is more of a variety of leading men, and that shows the world, not just young boys, but everybody, that this is a reflection of society.
Yeah.
You know, and therefore you can choose to become this, or you can choose to stray away from this and become something else. If this is not something that you see your life becoming, then it is your choice whether you become more confrontational and stand up for yourself, or if you believe that this is in your avenue and this is your way of thinking, there's nothing wrong with that. And you can be this person and still go to sleep every night with just as much self-respect as you woke up with. Just understand that there are going to be people out there who are going to try to ridicule you and break you down and see you as a doormat, and it is important for you to stand up for yourself in certain circumstances. It's perfectly fine to be a nice guy, to be a gentleman, to be a pacifist, to not believe in violence, but also never let yourself get taken advantage of just because somebody wants to and doesn't respect you.
Yeah.
It's important to command respect regardless of how high you are on the totem pole, how much of an alpha or a beta you are. Doesn't matter. If an alpha is disrespecting you, you straight up have to let them know, you're disrespecting me and I'm not going to tolerate it, regardless of whether you can beat my ass or not. Because at the end of the night, you got to go to sleep with yourself.
I get that.
So I see your pop's point. I see your point.
Every man is not a masculine man.
Agreed.
There are a bunch of men out there who are not.
Mm-hmm.
And that is fine.
That's 100% fine.
Pushing the idea that there's that every man needs to be masculine.
I got that champagne in my eye.
Making every man be masculine is a thing that pushes also the dangerous side of all of that, which would be like
it suppresses empathy.
And and I don't appreciate shit like that.
No.
That's just one of my things. This movie kind of make me think about that because there's such a variety of different kind of men in this movie. You got your douchebag, masculine, cheating on his fucking perfect ass wife, dude. You got the player, you got the pushover, and then you got the
you almost have every variation of man in this.
And I get that. And I appreciate that because there is different type of men everywhere.
Yeah, almost. Like, I don't know if I identify with any of them personally. And at the same time, I could also identify with all of them in certain circumstances. I try to toe the line as much as possible. I try to have empathy, and I also try to not be a doormat. And it all depends on the given circumstance, and I pray that I'm doing it right, even... Now, I have no idea.
You're the fucking Harper. Get out of here, bitch.
At the same time, I can see myself as Harper. I'm the intellectual one. I'm the one that's going to judge the circumstance before I react. But at the same time, there's parts of Lance I agree with. There's parts of Murch I agree with. There's parts of Terrence I agree with. And at the same time, Harper's an asshole because he's trying to cheat on his wife the whole time. Or his girlfriend.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And he's also not the confrontational type. He's not the physical type. He's not the violent type whatsoever. And the fact of the matter is, in the given circumstance, if push comes to shove, I'm going to be more like Lance.
Ugh. There's not a one thing I like about Lance except his beautiful face.
I'm talking about in a situation of violence. I would resort to being like Lance before I would resort to being like Harper. There's a certain point where words aren't going to matter.
You're going to throw your friend over the fucking boundary.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying if somebody is engaging me, if we're out and we're partying, we're dancing, we're celebrating, and you and Ashley are with me, and somebody's coming up to you or her, and they're causing a ruckus, and they are trying to cause some shit, I'm not going to be like Harper. I'm going to be like Lance. Because Lance is going to get the job done at the end of the day. Lance is going to get you and Ashley home safe. Harper's not going to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I could beat some ass my damn self.
I
But
agree.
you let a bum hug me in Vegas. Where the fuck were you at on that shit?
I absolutely did not.
You let this greasy ass bum hug me.
Soon as
I
I
know you
saw
did.
your face, that shit was over.
It was over.
Took me a second to catch up and read the situation. I had to read the room for a minute. Homeboy had a nice coat on. I didn't know he was homeless.
As soon as I hugged him, I smelled the homeless, and I was like,
I seen his finger. I was like, hey, 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 hey.
You trying to kiss my hand? I was like,
I think playtime is over.
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
what else are we
shit.
talking about next? Let's move on.
Hey, it's all gone downhill since New Year's, man. Shit.
I know.
We
I
thought
know.
2020 was going to be the shit,
I said this was my year.
right?
I was ready. I got a new job. I was losing weight, and now I'm quarantined.
That Rona fucked us all up.
Fuck Rona. She be fucking with us.
All right, so
Bitch.
we're getting up on the time, and we have only talked about 2 characters so far. Not even 2. We've talked about 1. No, we've talked about 2.
Bring it.
You're right. So we're going to
Who
talk
next?
about Miss Melissa De Sosa.
Okay,
Shelby who?
Shelby bitch.
Oh, my Shelby girl. I love her, and I hate her ass.
She
As an actress,
is-
I respect the hell out of her because she does a fantastic job.
She is seriously the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would be her friend though.
She's
I would
such
be
a
her friend.
nightmare. Like, she is manipulative. She
She
is
is.
bougie. Like,
Yeah.
immediately she walks in and she's like, Julian. Like, announcing her presence and shit. And immediately she's like, I need you to go to Saks with me. I have to
got a
find a
new
new
outfit.
dress. And he's like, I thought you decided on... No. I decided against
No.
that. And she's like, but I told you I was hanging out with the guys tonight. And she's like, oh, honey, we have all weekend for that. This will only take a few hours.
That's so
Few
mean.
hours. You need your significant other to go with you to pick out a dress for a few hours when he hasn't seen his boys in God knows how many years. That's some selfish shit.
I don't want to go shopping my damn self, and I ain't gonna make you come with me.
You know damn well she liked the other dress. It wasn't about the dress. It was about getting him away from
Yeah.
his boys. The whole
That's
time,
because
it's all about
they
getting
gotta
him
tell
away
her-
from his boys.
because they're gonna tell him to leave her. Be
Yep.
like, why you with her? Leave her. Why you with her? Leave her.
You need to leave her. Leave her.
Leave.
Hey, I love Morris Chestnut because of that situation. Like, don't get me wrong, he's crazy.
Fuck Morris Chestnut.
He's
No.
No, I'm sorry.
Fuck
I'm sorry.
Lance.
I meant Terrence Howard. Excuse me.
Oh, okay. I love Terrence Howard. Go ahead.
He's out of his damn mind.
Crazy.
He's a womanizer. He is a pimp. But he's loyal as fuck and he's honest. And even Morris Chestnut says it. It's like, least he's honest is more than I can say from most brothers around here. Because he is. At the end of the day.
I appreciate how honest he is
Mhm.
because as a female, knowing that you are this way means that I either can come or I can go.
Yeah.
And usually, especially if you look like fucking Terrence Howard's fine ass, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna be there. And I already realize, like, okay, you are this, so I should not expect a ring from you or children or a house. This is very temporary. Don't leave a toothbrush. Don't even spend a night. Like, you know, that's your
I mean, they're all
relationship.
fine. Like, even Merch, freaking dreadlock ass Harold is a good looking dude.
I miss his dreadlocks.
At the end of the day, this is a gorgeous cast. From Shelby to Monica Calhoun to Nia Long to Morris Chestnut to Tay Diggs. I seen Ashley watching earlier when he's
Nia
ironing his
Long.
clothes.
In his drawers.
In his drawers.
Mhm. You know how many times I watched that scene?
How many times this week?
That's all I watched this week. I didn't even see the rest of the movie.
I know, I may have rewound a scene or two.
You so fine. Was it the part where Nia Long coming out all in her lingerie? 'Cause
Oh, check her out.
she's so
Come on, sis.
fine.
Just get it together.
And that is so funny because
Dude, this is a sexy cast. Plain and simple.
Something that I say to myself before I go out or get, about to go be all sexy. Get it together, girl.
Like I said earlier, I don't care how annoying Shelby is. She's fine.
Yeah, she's fine.
She's sexy.
That's what 10 an hour got on her.
Ah, did you touch me? Oh, I ain't drinking no more.
That's like one of the best parts of the movie.
That's
like,
so great.
Don't see that coming at all.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a little fun fact about that. So check this out. So when Murch is walking up the steps to the church and he has his confrontation and he straight up dumps her ass. So in that scene, she's wearing stockings or leggings, whatever you call them. Mm-hmm. Yet when Terrence Howard is putting the garter on her leg, she is not. Little continuity error there.
I can see that because you get drunk.
She don't need stockings. Her legs are nice.
Stockings are awful, and they're an old thing. We don't really use them anymore unless you have to because you got to be all nice and sophisticated. Maybe you work as a lawyer. You can't be showing all that thigh. Get it. I get it. Mm-hmm. But the rest of us, we don't wear them, and especially when we're sweating at a reception, you don't need that shit on.
Hell no. She looks gorgeous. Why you need stockings on? But she's wearing them when Murch comes running up the steps. But when it's time to put the garter on her leg, she takes them off. Just so you know.
It was cold outside. It's hot in there because he's getting in there all sexy like, Terrence Howard, you fine, motherfucker.
I got you. Well, check this out. I'm going to give you a little history on Melissa. So you know what her first job was?
You got to say it.
What do you mean I got to say it?
You got to sing it.
Oh. I'm going to get a little history on Melissa DeSosa. Shit. So check this out.
Thank you, that made my day.
I got to pee so bad.
Okay.
Her first job was a music video. It was a Cool Mo D music video.
What was it? The Wild Wild West?
It was not the Wild Wild West. I knew you were going to say that, though.
It wasn't the Wild Wild West?
Nah, it was Funky, Funky Wisdom. 1991. That was her first job.
Look that up. Gotta see what she looked like in it.
Dude,
she like a kid? What year?
91. So that was like 10 years, 12 years prior. She was probably young, 20, 21, sexy as hell, I'm sure.
That's 8 years prior. This came out in 99.
Okay. 9 years. We'll give her 9 years, being that, you got to give time for editing and stuff.
You have to look that up.
Well, from there, she went on a run of work from The Sinbad Show to Living Single to The Valley of Dogs, ER, you name it, she did it. Before she came to The Best Man in 99. And right after that, she was on, what's it called? She did a comedy with Sandy Bullock, Miss Congeniality, right after that.
Yeah, she's a contestant. She is.
She's one of them contestants, exactly. I her.
Love that movie.
Not only in Miss Congeniality, but I like her in Best Man Holiday. Like, she flips the script. She becomes this empowered woman who is a reality TV star.
She is a trashy housewife. Mm-hmm. It's awesome. Even seeing her get like really upset and like fighting, but then having to like
she's trying to entice Julian's ass away from Regina. It's kind of fucked up, but it's funny.
It is funny. I do like her in Best Man Holiday, because she's just so.
Yeah, at the end of the day, she's still a good person.
Is she?
Yeah, you see what she does at the end.
That's true.
Don't get me wrong. She's still trying to steal Julian away. He's the one that got away for sure. She realizes that she fucked up that relationships.
That's only because Maya is super sweet, and who doesn't want to do something for like the sweetest person you know? It's like if you ask anybody to do something for Smashley, we're gonna do it because she's like the sweetest person we fucking know.
I know. I hate her. She's so sweet.
Why would I
Pisses
go
me
out
off.
of my way to do something? It pisses me off.
I swear to
You
God,
gotta
if me
piss
and
off.
Ashley break up, I know there's gonna be a handful of you that go with Ashley.
She gets like partial custody of me and Robin.
Damn.
Yes.
Yeah, and
I love
Robin.
you. And Robin. Yeah. Me and Robin go together. We're a package deal.
Hold up, because it's gonna be a curveball then. Because if me and Ashley break up, I'm giving her the house and I get Robin.
Whoa.
She can have the house.
You done? You done living there?
I don't care about the house. I care about Robin. Oh shit, she heard me.
Ashley, don't worry. He's not breaking up with you.
Babe, we ain't going nowhere.
He loves you too goddamn much. And I'm going to be the best man at your wedding.
Woo! Can't wait.
Woo!
We're drinking champagne all night.
All night? And
All
I'm gonna
night.
get fun.
I'm gonna
I'll
buy
get
you
fun
so
facts.
many bottles of champagne.
You're like, hi, bartender, can you just keep these bottles in the back for that black lady over there? That's for her. Just, anytime she comes, fill her glass with these bottles.
Fuck
okay,
that.
Thank you.
Bartender does not no, because the bartender has the ability to cut you off. I don't want you to get cut off.
This is true.
I'm just gonna get an ice chest, and your name's gonna be on it.
Please, please. I am so down.
Yes.
Oh, yes, he did. Looking out for us, sister. Thank you.
Oh, I'm jealous.
I'll be wasted at your wedding. You don't even know.
Hey, so check this out. So Melissa, and first and foremost, she's still gorgeous to this day. She's beautiful. She has been consistently working ever since. Like, I know you don't see her all the time, but believe me, she's in everything. Like, even after she did Best Man Holiday, she was on Shameless, which is one of my favorite shows. And then she did this
Good show.
called Ladies of the Law. I don't know what that is, but it sounds sexy. She did On Becoming a God in Central Florida. She did Criminal Minds, something called Elementary. She's just constantly moving and working. You know?
She did Law and Order?
I don't know if she did Law and Order. I didn't check on that one. But
Oh, you said Criminal Minds.
Criminal
that's a Law and
Minds,
Order.
the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
She does some shit,
mm-hmm.
and she is beautiful. She's a great actress. She plays a great Shelby, a person you love to hate.
What's your favorite line from Shelby in this whole movie? Come on, give it to me.
You give me one. Let me think.
My favorite line from Shelby in this whole movie? What jumps out at me? Harper Stewart. Richard Wrong.
Yes!
Langston Snooze. I heard about your book.
News.
Listen, next time you want to depict me in one of your little stories, do me a favor. What would that
And
be,
what's
Shelby?
that? What would that be?
Don't.
Bitch. I personally love her more in part 2 because she feels more like
Fleshed
you get to
out,
see
you might
more of
say.
her. Yeah, you can see more of her and kind of why she acts the way she acts.
I'm going to say
I
this.
love her.
She's in part 2 because she did such a great job in part 1.
It would be weird without her, but it is weird that she is invited because nobody likes her except, I guess, Maya likes her.
Yeah. She,
That's like the only person.
little Mia. She's the only one.
Mia likes her, so she keeps her around, I guess.
Mhm.
She feels bad for her, probably, most likely.
She's just a good friend. And, like, I find congruencies with Mia as well as Ashley, because Ashley is as sweet as pie. And she has friends that are like Shelby. And she will defend them to the grave. You know what I mean? It's
You
just
defend me, Smashley.
ab-
You defend
yeah,
me.
you're not the one she has to
Everybody.
defend. But point
Oh, God.
being, Ashley has her Shelby friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that sometimes happens where the sweetest person in the world will become friends with somebody who is doesn't get along with absolutely everybody. But it doesn't matter because Shelby has been just as good a friend to Mia as these friends have been to Ashley. And therefore, there's a loyalty there. There's a mutual respect there. There's an admiration there. There's a history there. Yeah. And I think that's why Shelby is invited in part 2.
I get that. I could get that.
Yeah.
I get behind that.
And since we're talking about Miss Mia, we can talk about the wonderful Monica Calhoun. I love when she comes down those stairs, dude. I think I found an angel.
Oh, sweet. We talked
Pretty
about
girl
her.
Makes the world go round.
We already talked about her in Rebound.
Oh, yes, we did.
Baby mama. So we were, like I said, we've talked about a lot of people already.
Talk to him. I don't even want to know this fool.
She does a fantastic job. I feel like she's a great, innocent, perfect casting for this character.
Mm-hmm.
You see her sassiness. Her and Lance are good together because she just loves him so much. Nothing matters except him, which I personally see a flaw in, but she only sees positive in everybody. That it makes sense that she would.
Yeah, she wants to see the good in everybody. And I've met women like this. They are just a true blessing to the world. When you come across a person like that, they really do brighten up your day. And you want to be a better person, at least when you're around them. And I think she depicted that very, very well. And at the same time, the flip side of that coin, when they do those rewind clips of her and Harper in the bedroom, damn, dude, she's convincing. She can, she can be sexual.
She a freak, man.
Hell yeah, she is.
What's he say? He says pussy curves his dick.
Because the pussy curves to the shape of my dick, motherfucker. That's how I know.
That's how I know.
Not a lot.
He's like, well, I kind of broke it in there too. So
Harper didn't say that part though.
He did say that part, but Terrence Howard kept trying
to. He thought it. Hey,
Terrence Howard kept tipping it.
He's constantly poking at. It's my belief that Terrence Howard wants to get Taye Diggs in trouble, or I should say, Q wants to get Harper in trouble.
I would say that yes, because
out of a loyalty point of view, because he wants to have everything out in the open.
Yeah.
Because he believes in honesty and loyalty.
I would believe that he thinks Harper is the golden child. Everyone looks at him as successful, and he's a good dude, and he don't do nothing wrong. And for you to blatantly put this out into your book for anybody, your mama, to read, and not think that I'm going to notice that, one, that character's me, and two, these characters are them, is just, he's just trying to see.
Absolutely. But you can't dispute the fact that he is helping Morris Chestnut connect the dots. Like every opportunity. Like when they're walking and they're talking about how Harper's never going to have to work for the quality ass again. Talking about kissing on the forehead to get them moist. He's like, Mia be falling for that shit. Immediately, Q is like, oh, Mia too, huh? Yeah. He throws that shit out there. Because he knows that Harper has some shit coming back to him. And at the end of the day, he's going to be a better person for acknowledging his mistakes.
I think he likes to see shit crash and burn.
That
and it has nothing to... Anytime there's drama in my family or my group of friends, and it has nothing to do with me, I do enjoy kind of like finding out a little bit of drama. A little bit of drama. It livens up your life.
Okay, I see you. Well, more so, like, Harper's on this pedestal, and he is judging Q for the life that he leads because he believes that Q is stuck in his adolescence because he hasn't decided on a career. But the fact of the matter is, he's living life the way he sees fit. And he's like, no, see, you judge me. That's your job. You judge me. No, you have no right to do that because you've done dirt too and you're doing more dirt.
Right now.
You're still a dirty dog. At least I'm honest over here.
At least I'm honest. This is how I feel. Today I watched the movie Catfish, not the TV show, but the movie about, I don't know if you know, documentary about Neve finding out that this lady he'd been talking to, basically a whole family he'd been talking to, was fake, and he's being catfished. And they talked to like the lady who was catfishing its like husband, and he says this very funny thing or smart thing, as in like back in the day when they used to send live fish to different parts, they would find that these certain kind of fish, I can't remember what it was, where their meat and their skin would come out gross once they got to wherever they were because they weren't swimming while they were in the water and they would die, or they would just do because they're being
they start to decompose.
Exactly. So one of the things that they would do to these live fishes is that they would put catfish in these tanks with them to keep them agile and like moving all the time because they have to be on their toes. These catfish are snapping at them.
Okay.
And the guy was saying, you know, I thank God for people who are catfish, who are like the catfish that snip at you and keep you on your
sharp.
toes, keep you sharp because life is boring and sometimes you can stray, but these people or these catfish will keep you honest and keep you on your toes.
I got you.
And that's what Terrence Howard's character is. He's a catfish. He's the one nipping at everybody to keep everybody fresh and on their toes.
Absolutely.
And to make sure that these people can actually understand what's really going on. He understands what's going on and is constantly trying to make Lance understand what's going on.
Yeah, he's not dumb by any means. They're all incredibly intelligent.
I mean, they went to like what, NYU or something? I don't know if they ever
graduated summa cum laude.
Summa cum laude.
Yeah. Your boy Malcolm graduated from Georgetown University. But before we wrap up Miss Monica Calhoun, I will say that some of her sexuality that she showcased in this movie was something that she learned prior on a little-known movie called The Players Club, which she did the year before.
Because I see her.
Ain't nothing wrong with getting bucket naked.
but naked. I'm just saying that I always see her as innocent, sweet black girl, and maybe basically because of the Best Man movies.
Probably because of the Best Man movies.
But in the Players Club, she plays a different type of character.
She plays the younger cousin. And she's just like all about that life until shit goes awry.
She's the one that ODs or something.
Nah, she doesn't go OD. She gets her ass beat.
She gets her ass beat. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gets caught up with the wrong group in that life. So like Diamond, our main character in that movie, she understands that this is a job. I treat it as such. I don't let this life control me. I don't let it get a hold of me. I just make my money. I go to school. I work on my career, and I get out.
She's like Candy.
Exactly. However, Monica Calhoun's character plays Diamond's younger cousin, and she hasn't learned all her life lessons yet. And she sees the fun, she sees the party, she sees the opportunity. So she goes and takes on jobs that are more risky and less secure. And in doing so, she ends up going and making the wrong decision and ends up paying for it drastically.
Yeah. So I know I always feel like I always think of her as like a an angel.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Players
But
Club.
in that
she
one,
do,
she's not an angel.
she not an angel.
Yeah. And the moral of that movie, I guess, like the tagline or anything, is "Make that money, girl. Don't let it make you."
Don't let it make you. Does Diamond says that how many times in that movie?
A few times. Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I'm not gonna lie, she breaks my heart in part 2 when Shelby's daughter is singing for Christmas and she gets up and she stands up and she's got her hands held high.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We just have to do that in December. We have to hold off on it, and just next December we'll start it off with Best Man's Holiday.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm up for that for sure. I love Best Man's Holiday.
So good. Yeah.
And the last thing I'll say about Miss Monica is that she played Ralph Trevant's mother in the New Edition story.
Oh yeah, she did. I need to watch that again. It's been a minute since I watched that miniseries.
Come on over. I got it.
Can I?
I would love for you to. I really would.
Okay, so what if I stayed in the house? How long do I have to stay without leaving the house before I can come over?
How long have you been in the house?
Since fucking just
You haven't left, have you?
I mean, literally, the only thing I do is get.
The thing is, I don't know if your mom and dad will let you back is the problem.
That's fine. My bar's over there.
Babe, nobody wants to move in until coronavirus is over.
You guys get an extra body? You'd like it. You know you would.
Oh my God.
I just want to hug you guys. It's not fair.
I know, dude. I get it. I absolutely get it. And don't get me wrong, we miss you a great deal. It's tough. You know, I hope everybody out there is staying strong because this coronavirus stuff, you know, keep your ass in your house. Make your kids stay their asses in their house so we can all get back to work. God damn it. Shit.
Girls try to go to some bars and some
The more you
clubs.
let your kids out the house and pass that virus along, the longer we got to stay in this shit.
I have been walking around the neighborhood like 3 miles a day over here listening to podcasts like it ain't no thing.
See? You think Zenobia is used to that shit? She don't do cardio like that no more. That's high school.
That's not true. I was feeling like I was doing better cardio before this, and now I'm doing like I used to work on the elliptical and get all sweaty and shit.
Mhm.
Now I just walk 3 miles just so I could be outside and not in my goddamn house.
And I would walk 500 miles, and
I
I would
would
walk
walk
500 more
500
just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
She did it. He's like, wait for it. I hear you, Smashley. You guys, we're drunk. Okay,
Hey.
so let's go.
Don't sleep on that champagne.
You know I ain't sleeping on the champagne.
We can't even
I
blame a
can-
guest on this episode. We're just drunk.
I am right here. That's where the line of the bottle is.
Where am I at?
And now
Oh,
it's all
shit.
me.
Hey,
I got one more glass left. Ah!
I'm out.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Okay.
All right, I dusted
All right.
off that entire bottle. Ashley had a drink. Yeah, damn.
All right.
Woo! All right, fast forward. We got to get through this episode. Shit. My bad.
All right. So I'm gonna give you a fun fact.
Give me that fun fact.
Fun fact. I love the end where they do the electric slide.
Oh, I
There
love
ain't
it
nothing-
so much.
There ain't nothing like a wedding without the electric slide. Even white people have the electric slide on there. It don't matter.
Not always. I've been to some white weddings. I've been to some Asian weddings. It is always at a black wedding.
Oh.
Not always at a white and Asian wedding. I give it like 7 out of 10 times.
I don't know. I've been to a lot of white weddings, and I feel like that or
The chicken
what's
dance.
the- No, We gonna get funky, funky, funky.
Mm-hmm.
To the left. Take it back now, y'all. That song's always on there. One hop this time. One hop this time. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Crisscross.
I can't crisscross right now.
Clap your hands. How low can you go? You know? And
Can you
it
get
just made
down
me
low?
feel like a wedding. Low?
Can you go to the
All
floor?
the way to the It just felt like a great,
Can somebody have a
wedding.
wedding so we can dance again, please?
for real. I
And
know
don't
if
look at
Cha-Cha
me.
Slide was out by then.
I know I'm
Don't
on the
look at
job.
you.
Shit.
Well, don't look at me. I ain't even got any prospects. So I don't know what to tell you. Hook a sister up. All your guests you bring on are always married or dating somebody. What the fuck is wrong?
Hey, I'm going to
Oh.
tell you the same thing that I told Ashley's friend Megan last night when we were on Zoom. I would love to introduce you to some of my friends. Problem is, they ain't good enough.
Oh, I like that.
It might be that I just hold you guys a little bit higher.
As you should at least hold me
Because I'm not
higher,
gonna lie,
'cause
I
do
love
need to-
Ashley's friend Megan. She's the sweetest person. She's so wonderful. She reminds me of you in a lot of ways. And I would not
Aw.
want to hook her up with the wrong person. Or if there was anybody that I thought had a chance, I would definitely introduce them. But you know my family? Shit.
I don't want to date your fucking family. That's
You know
too
my
much.
friends? Shit.
That's true. All your hot friends are already taken, so I don't know what to tell you.
Ain't that
I'm
a
just
bitch?
I'm just lusting after hot dudes that you invite to all your parties that I can't hook up with.
So what you're saying is I need to get out there and make some friends?
Make some single friends, bitch. Some single friends. Quit
All
playing.
right, I'm gonna go find some friends for you.
Thank you. When this is all over, I need some single friends.
Zenobia is mad because all my friends are taken, or at least the ones that are worth it. That's society for you. You can't blame me on that.
Well, why do I have to be related to all the men who are worth it, or they're already taken? That's not fair. What do you want
That's
to do?
what I want to know. I want to know.
What do you want to know? You got fucking perfect smashly, bitch. Get out of here.
I'm so lucky, Anna.
You are so lucky. You lucky ass bitch.
I'm
Alright,
not
so what
lucky. You know how many girls I had to dump or fight with or move past before I got to Ashley? I left no stone unturned.
Man, I've been throwing stones down the fucking street for 20 years. I don't know.
Oh, Zenobia
that's
too,
all
huh?
Throwing them stones. Looking.
Oh my God. Hey, I'm not
It's
gonna
hard
lie.
out here for a pimp.
My back feels great right now, by the way.
It's a bubbly champagne. You're welcome.
I'm gonna have a hangover tomorrow, though.
I do have to work tomorrow, so let's get this.
It's
let's get
Saturday.
this. Yeah.
Saturday is a
weekends
day
now.
for sleeping.
It used to be before Rona bitch ass got up in here and fucked up my schedule, so I had Thursday, Friday off.
All
and
right.
I work.
Then let's get
Right.
back to this episode because we gotta talk about Miss Sanaya Lathan.
Let's do it.
She's a photographer, right? No. She
No.
designs
She's
dresses.
jewelry, right?
She is a caterer. God damn it! It took
And
her a
eventually
minute to find her creative niche.
Creative-
But she is a caterer.
Soon to be a famous chef. I don't know if she's famous, but she's a chef by the time we come around to.
Yeah,
next
she's a
movie,
chef in
so-
part 2.
So she.
But
she's
before
good.
she
She
was
had a- she had certificated
Monica.
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 Monica. She's acting. Her behavior is too much. Monica. Yeah. So she did play Monica. So we did already previously talk about her in Love and Basketball. Like I said, we've done a lot of black movies in
Oh, yeah.
our show, so we have talked about the majority of black actors.
We've
and I feel
talked
like
about
we've been-
Have we talked about everybody in this cast? Maybe not Morris
No.
Chestnut. He might be the only one.
And Terrence Howard.
Have we not talked about Terrence Howard yet?
I didn't think of a movie that we would have talked about him.
I mean, I know we've talked about him, but we haven't really talked about him.
Yeah.
I see you. Well, Sanaa Lathan, like you said, did Love and Basketball. I'm so drunk.
You guys. Someone's real drunk.
Let me reach for this cup. But you know her from that. You know her from Blade. You know her from Life. She plays Alicia in The Wood. She plays
adult Alicia.
She's in Brown Sugar as well. Brown sugar, babe. I get high on love.
Don't know how to behave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's been killing it. And I love her in this. I love how smart she is.
Yeah.
And I love how honest she is. And even during the one scene that she has with Nia Long, where she comes in and she's got to talk to Mia, a.k.a. Monica Calhoun, she takes control of that situation. She controls the situation from the control freak. Because Jordan is a control freak. And she comes in there and she's panicked and she's stressing out Mia. And immediately, Sanaa Lathan is like cutting her off and is like, I got this. You know what I mean? And she's like, oh, hi, I'm, what's her name in the what's their character's name in this one? I'm sorry, I'm drunk.
Who's the character?
Sanaa Lathan.
Robin.
He's like, hi, I'm Robin. He's like, oh, hi, Kendall. Jordan.
Kendall, Jordan. Yeah, because you're thinking of the fucking book. Which, I don't know how I feel as a significant other who has to read this story and then meet these people for the first time.
I know she's got pre-existing information.
Yeah,
for sure. But at the same time, you don't know what's true and what's false, which says more about your significant other than it does about these people.
I don't think anything in this book was fucking false. I think it was all
I think it was all true, but I think it was twisted and redistributed so that people couldn't find the truth, even though he didn't do that good a job of it.
I don't even think that.
But I think that he assigned specific things to... He assigned the dirtiest things to the people that he didn't think would expect it. So that the truth would not be so easy to figure out.
Girl, you know, if I went to college with you and you told a story about the one time we went out to a bar and we got shit-faced and we flashed everybody, that's an event that you would remember, correct? Right. Boom, titties. You remember that. If you put that in a book, I'd be like, you totally wrote about that one Friday we went to the Holy Cow and we flashed the whole people.
I can't live down the night when I dressed up like a sexy referee in my best friend's girlfriend's costume.
Is there pictures?
There's one.
Who did I get that from?
Facebook.
Someone please send me.
Hey, no shit. Picture. You know how Facebook hits you up and is like, here's your memories from 7 years ago or whatever?
Yep.
Apparently it showed up on my friend's Facebook account, and they're like, I gotta showcase all of these pictures of this friend from way back in the day. This picture ended up back in there, and I'm wearing this referee outfit, but it's not a referee outfit. It's a crop top up to here of a referee outfit, and the bottoms is a skirt of a referee outfit because I was not going to go out that night. I was like at home, like making repairs on the house and shit. I had a nice box of pizza. I had Chappelle Show on the TV. I was good to go.
God.
But everybody else was going out that night. And my best friend and my roommate at the time was like, come on, you got to go out with us. We're going to hit up downtown Fullerton. He's like, man, it's Halloween. I don't have no costume. His girlfriend is like, I have a costume you can wear.
And you went to downtown Fullerton?
I went to downtown Fullerton wearing my best friend's girlfriend's costume. Hey, I'll tell you right now, this is the one night where I didn't have to hit on anybody.
The girls were coming to you.
The girls were coming to me because I was looking sexy. I was 21, 22 at the time in this sexy girl's outfit, and my abs were showing. My ass was tight.
My ass was tight.
I had a grand old time. And my buddy got his ass grabbed by a dude with an Obama mask on.
Obama sexually assaulted him.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
It was the funniest shit ever. We were dancing on the dance floor, and homeboy felt his ass grabbed, and then he looks back, and Obama's behind him, but then also my buddy is behind him, so he looks at him, and my buddy goes to my other friend, he's like, Liz, and so he assumed that it was him. He was like, hey, did you grab my ass in that dance floor? He's like, no. Oh, shit. Obama done grabbed my ass.
Okay, I got a fun fact. Are we still on her? I mean, I feel like we've talked about her.
We can
before.
move on from Sanaya Lathan. I
got a
love
fun
her.
fact
We're
for you.
always going to talk about her again and again.
Yeah. Okay. Who are we moving on to next?
It's time to talk about your dude, Mr. Terrence Howard. Or my dude, Q.
I mean, I like him. I just don't like him in Iron Man. We already discussed that.
He is the best Iron Man there's ever been. Or I should say the best roadie. So we're going to talk about Terrence Howard, a.k.a. Rhodey from Iron Man 1.
I'm editing this, so that's all edited out.
It's still going to show up on YouTube.
Fuck you. I think we've already argued over this so many times. It's not even worth us going over it again. Let's talk about Terrence Howard.
What's the first thing you saw him in?
The Jackson 5.
Okay.
Probably.
I got you. I would say the first thing that I saw him in was either Sunset Park. You ever see that one?
Yeah.
It's time to get live. It's time to represent Sunset Park. What time is
it? Yep.
I love that movie. Absolutely. Or when did Half Plenty come out?
What movie?
That may be before this.
I don't know what you're talking about. What movie?
Half Plenty.
I've never heard of that. What's it about?
It's about him.
Okay. He was in the O.J. Simpson story TV movie.
Was he really?
Back in 1995. He played a young AC who was O.J.'s homie who drove the white Bronco down the freeway. That was AC, so he plays the young him.
No shit.
I don't think I ever watched that one. That sounds funny though.
Okay.
He's been acting forever.
Yes, he has. Shorty, why you gotta put my business out in the street?
He also was in the Players Club.
Yes, he
along
was.
with some of the people in this movie. And like I said, I saw him in the Jackson 5. That's probably the first thing I can remember him in.
Okay.
And then this movie, and then just everything else after this. He's just constantly, they like, you need a light-skinned brother? Let's use Terrence Howard. He got light eyes.
Dude, he's got those piercing eyes, though.
Yeah.
Like, he shows it off a number of times in this. Like, I love that slow push in on him when Morris Chestnut is beating Taye Diggs' ass. And immediately you cut to all the guys that are like standing back, and then he's pushing everybody out the way, and then you see just his eyes. And he's looking down at what's going on. It's like, all right, here we go. These motherfuckers, he finally got caught. All right, so he's getting his payback let me de-escalate the situation because he's getting his punishment, but I don't want him to go too far.
I want to Suge Knight him off the fucking balcony, man.
Yeah, dude. And he comes smooth with it, too.
Yeah.
In his red button-up and his black
he
cardigan.
Just come over.
Yo, well,
He's like, "Hey,
baby,
girl,
you really about to do this?
You really about to throw him out?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna do this shit. Nah, man. You about to marry you a beautiful woman. God
about
don't
to
want
see
this,
her
hell.
ru-
Come on, pull him up. Now you know that Harper is a bitch ass. I love that part. I absolutely love that. He's like, come on, man. You know I wouldn't lie about this. No, he wouldn't lie. Especially about you being a bitch ass. Yeah, especially about me being a bitch ass.
Being a bitch ass. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. He's great. He does a great job in this movie.
Fantastic. They couldn't have cast it better.
I mean, his eyes are gorgeous, like we said. He does awesome movies like Hustle and Flow that we will definitely do in the future.
He got a little known show out called Empire, by the way.
I don't know if you've heard of it.
I don't know if y'all heard of it.
Empire.
I'm just
It's
saying.
one of the biggest shows that are on Fox right now.
It's got a young, up-and-coming actress that plays opposite of him, a little lady called Taraji P. Henson. You should look her up. She's going to be big.
Yeah. We did talk about her in Baby Boy.
We talked about
and,
You're just a baby boy.
And Hidden Figures.
Oh, yeah, we did Hidden Figures, too. That's right.
That fine lady.
I love her so much. She's so fine.
I know.
Oh
She's my spirit animal.
Oh, my goodness. You know what I like him in that I only saw recently? Red Tails. You ever see Red Tails?
Yes, I've seen Red Tails.
Okay. So he plays the what is it called? He don't play the it's not the captain, it's not the chief, it's the colonel or whatever it's called. But he's a boss, you know. He's in charge of shit.
I thought he was like a sergeant or something. Not a sergeant,
No, he's in charge of that company, essentially.
Yeah.
And he does a damn good job with all these young actors. Dude.
Hey, man. You know my baby Boo in that.
Yeah,
Michael
I know.
B. Jordan.
MBJ. He does his thing.
And a whole fine-ass cast of fine black men.
Uh-huh.
Throwing that out there. But it's a good movie. You should watch it.
It's a damn good movie. I didn't expect it to be as good as it really was. But, yeah, Red Tails is a great movie. You know.
Good movie. Cuba Gooding Jr.
Big ups to Anthony Hemingway for directing great depiction of that movie. Yeah. And I remember when it came out, like 7-8 years ago, and I really wanted to see it, but your boy was broke at the time, and I couldn't get myself to the theater, so I had to wait until it dropped on like Netflix or something.
I think I waited for that too, but either way, it was worth it.
It was a damn good movie. Even back then, I saw the trailer and I was like, that's going to be a great movie.
Yeah. Maybe next Black History Month.
Absolutely.
I don't know how true it is based in historical facts.
It has...
Red Tails were real.
Yeah, absolutely. Tuskegee Airmen.
Yep.
I apologize for my vernacular at the moment. I am quite drunk.
All right, let's move this on because I'm scared to get up and I have to pee. So let's
all right, before we move on, favorite line of Terrence Howard's? Because he's got some great lines in this movie.
Anything that he says to Shelby is my favorite. I don't care what he says to her. Is my favorite.
I like when he's
their chemistry is
when
awesome.
He's coaching Murch when they're having the conversation in the dress rehearsal and he's behind her. He's like, come on, you got to get them, stand up for yourself. He's like, Shelby, I am not going, I will not talk about this right now.
Right now.
And behind her back, he's like, now walk away.
Just go.
And
And then she turns
immediately
around.
she turns around and she looks at Terrence Howard and he's like,
What?
"What's going
What?
on?"
I think there's a bird up there. He is very funny.
Oh shit! No, you know what my favorite line of his is? Is when him and Shelby finally have their confrontation. Because they've been playing cat and mouse the entire time. If you pay close
That's
attention.
sexual tension.
There's some
That's why they end up
sexual
together.
tension there. She doesn't want to like his ass, but she does.
I mean,
She absolutely does.
he has to be good in bed. He just looks like he has to be.
I mean, he's been with too many women to not know what he's doing.
That's true.
But
That's
like when she catches the bouquet and he catches the garter and he claims that it was an accident,
He's,
but like
Yep,
he
see
has
my
to
bitch.
put the garter on her leg, but he's like, nah, that ain't good enough. And he puts
Let me
it
get all
over his
sexy.
mouth and he just
Mm.
subtly bites her toe and slips the garter on. And even Mia's
See
like
her
that.
face.
She's right there and she's like, quit acting like you don't like it.
And she's like, oh, okay.
Oh, she's fighting it. She's fighting it for dear life. And he's sitting there and he's like, you
Wide
like
ass
it.
Terrence Howard.
Say you like it.
I'd be like,
Say you
Fuck
like
you.
it.
I'd be so mean to him because I bet it would turn his ass on.
Oh, yeah. That's how they end up waking up next to each other in the next scene.
Yep.
Shit.
I do have a fun fact about Terrence Howard. He can really play the guitar.
Yes, he
play
can.
And sing, obviously. If you've seen Empire, you know that this fool can't sing. Because it's hard out here for Pimp and he can rap.
'Cause it's hard out here for a pimp.
They ain't no nigga. Ain't trying to get the money for the rip. They ain't no nigga. Whoop that
Yeah, he was
trick.
super
All of 'em.
excited about the fact that they incorporated the guitar into his character. Just a little
I
something to
think
add to the repertoire.
I think originally he was supposed to play the piano or something, but Malcolm changed it due to the fact that the nigga's gifted and he can play
Mm-hmm.
the guitar.
No, brother got
So-
gifts.
He got gifts. And the gift is one, he's fine. Two, he can play the guitar.
He straight up throws that shit over his shoulder and still plays it.
Ding, 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 ding. You're
That's
like, God
awesome.
damn it. Whoa. I know, even me and Long's like, damn.
I might have to do a little story on him.
I gotta do a story on this
Uh-huh.
boy.
Well, speaking of Nia Long, she is our next character on the docket. Sexy ass Nia Long. My
I am-
goodness.
Horny, I am emotional.
And I do not want to hear about no goddamn peas.
No
Fuck
goddamn
you.
peas.
Good night.
Yep. That's why that scene is totally me as Jordan, but she's funny. She good.
Oh, she's bad.
I mean,
She's
I
bad.
would not go after somebody who I know has a girlfriend. That's just me.
Sure.
But I can see why she would. Just be like, you know, we gotta finish what we started.
Yeah. They almost. I'm not gonna say that what they're trying to do is right, but at the same time, they should have done it a long time ago. They owe it to themselves.
Yeah.
Like the title of his book, Unfinished Business. That's exactly what it was. See, had he
Is that the name of the book?
had he slept with Robin way back in college like he was supposed to, this would have been done and over with. But because he didn't, he's enticing her, he is arousing her, he is provoking her at any opportunity because he's never gotten there, and it's his biggest regret.
I mean,
She
I
is the
agree.
one that got away. Regardless of how career-oriented she is and this, that, and the other, she's always going to be the standard that every woman has to live up to.
Yep. And that's why, you know, his girlfriend, she kind of looks side-eyed at her for a little bit, you know.
As she
read the book.
should, shit.
She read the book.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. So my girl Nia Long did a couple of small projects starting out, like 227 and The Magical World of Disney, but she got a big break on a little known movie called Boys in the Hood.
Always hard.
You come talking that trash, we'll pull your
We'll
card.
pull your card.
No one
Yep.
nothing in life but to be
But to
legit.
be legit,
Don't quote me, boy,
quote
because
me,
I
boy,
ain't
'cause I
saying
ain't saying
shit.
shit. I'm sorry, we're from SoCal, so you know.
Yes, that NWA life. Dun dun
That's our
dun 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 dun
Please.
dun dun.
Okay, so we did already previously talk about her
Mhm.
in Friday.
Hi,
one.
you guys. Hey.
Hey. She's all jogging by all slow with her titties and her fucking spandex.
Her mama got an ass too.
Her mama got. You know what I mean? 3-4 minutes. Bitch wanna marry a nigga.
What, her mama?
Yeah.
Yeah. Older the berry, sweeter the juice. Man, it's the
Man,
blacker the
that's
berry,
blacker
sweeter
the
the
berry,
juice.
sweeter the juice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
she
yeah.
blacker than a motherfucker.
She blacker than a motherfucker too.
Okay, yeah. So we did talk about her
In Friday.
Friday. I feel like we should talk about her more. We definitely will talk about her more once we do, you know.
Dude,
like
pick a movie. Shit, pick a show. Shit.
Black.
We were just talking about her with
movies.
Robin last week when we were talking about the episode where her and Will are stuck in a basement sitting on a tricycle, girl getting on my nerves. Going
Wait,
out of
that's
my
not her.
mind, I thought she was
Yeah,
fine.
she
Don't
was
know
fine,
if her
don't
body
know
is
if
hurt.
her body is hurt. That's not her. That's Tisha
Oh, wait,
Campbell.
that's Tisha Campbell. What am I saying? Shit.
She plays.
She plays Lisa.
She plays Lisa.
My fault.
He almost marries her. I think that he eventually, in life, marries her because she's the only one who can put up with the shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's him or her or Tyra Banks. I think that her and Tyra
Jackie?
Banks have been a good match. Yeah, Jackie was a good match. But they're friends, so I get it.
I get it. I think Lisa is more his speed, though. Like, don't get me wrong. Jackie is straight up Philly.
Yeah.
But Lisa can see right through his Philly facade and get to the core of him.
And she beat out his real wife, Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yes, she
For
did.
that role.
Oh,
And
yes, she
he-
did.
Oh, yes, she did. Because Jada Pinkett Smith was too short. You know? And we talked about that.
In what
Yeah,
way? Shit, she is 1 inch shorter than
Yeah,
Nia
they're inches
Long.
shorter. For real. It's a stupid reason, but that I just wanted to bring it up because
Hey, I'll bet you right now she didn't have the credits back behind it. That's all it was. They didn't know.
not good credits. No.
They didn't.
But, I mean,
Did she have like a different world on there and all that yet?
She had that. She had like, you know, some Tupac videos, but you know, not the cray
Mhm.
cray. But I mean, who won in that?
Meanwhile, Lisa, Nia Long had just come off Friday.
He called her Lisa.
She had just come off Friday. She had already done Boys in the Hood. So they're like, people know her. People recognize her. Let's put her in there.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know.
She gorgeous.
Don't get me wrong.
She
You couldn't have
awesome.
gone wrong either way. But,
She shows up on shows like Empire
yes, she
Hello.
does.
with Terrence Howard.
Uh-huh.
She's been in things like, you know, Big Mama's Houses.
Big
I
Mama's
think I'll
house.
answer.
Is that a flashlight? You got a second flashlight in there? Oh,
She's like,
child.
oh, child, it's a flashlight. Yeah, so she's been in a lot of things. She gorgeous. We talked about her, like I said, in Friday.
Uh-huh.
But I do have a fun fact.
What you got?
Okay. So this movie, Best Man, was nominated for an NAACP award, for 9 NAACP awards.
Really?
Okay? And it won 3.
Okay.
One of them for Nia Long for Best Actress.
I got you.
The other was Terrence Howard for Best Actor. And the other was Outstanding Motion Picture. So, at least in our own community in the NAACP, it did get, some acknowledgement.
Yeah. Fuck the other people. Shit. If they don't want to recognize us, then we got to recognize ourselves and give acclamation and respect where it is due. Shit.
And everyone in this movie is due.
The Oscars ain't nothing but a political party.
That's why I don't care anymore.
In my personal opinion. How many times have you seen an Oscar go to somebody that doesn't deserve it?
Almost every year. If not every year.
If not every year. Absolutely.
I do have another Nia Long fun fact.
What you got?
So, my favorite Nia Long line, which I've seen like I quoted like 4 times today already. My hormones are racing. I'm horny, and I don't hear about no damn peas, okay? Thank you. Good night. So prior to that, when they do the scene and she slaps him and tells him it's all his motherfucking fault.
Yes, I'm so glad you brought that up.
That was a real slap.
Uh-huh.
She really slapped him.
Slapped the shit out of his ass.
And Taye Diggs was not happy with this at all.
He didn't know it was coming.
He didn't know it was coming. She hit him hard. He was pissed, and he was pissed up until he actually got to see the dailies for it, and then he was like, "Okay, that looked really good. Never mind, that was fine. I'm sorry." Prior to that, the woo he makes and
that woo
woo on his face, all
Jordan,
that shit is real.
Get your ass away from me right now.
Yeah, all that is real because he was just not looking. He did not know that was going to happen.
That scene, but she was absolutely right. That scene needed something. She can't.
Said it needed something.
Yeah, she can't just come right back at him after he's like, "So thank you, Jordan." You know, she can't just say, "You know what? You wrote the book." No, there has to be a one-up, and she was right for slapping him.
I would have slapped him too. I'm talking about like Zenobia, not the actress Zenobia, but like real life Zenobia would have slapped the shit out of this fucker and cussed him out like she did and went to bed unhappy. Or I would have had angry sex. I don't know.
Angry sex. Angry sex. Always go with angry sex over no sex.
I thought that was what's gonna happen in the movie, but she was just so mad. She just
nah, because he can't actually cheat on Sanaa Lathan in the movie.
He can't.
No,
because there's no reason to.
No, she doesn't deserve it, and you can't repeat history. Because then that just perpetuates the cycle, and then nobody's learned anything. So he has to stay faithful, even though he doesn't want to.
I see that.
Yeah. So that being said, it is time to talk about the last 2 gentlemen of the hour, starting with fine-ass Mr. Morris Chestnut. How you doing?
Morris Chestnut, I love. Lance,
not so much.
Hit with my car. I want to hit him with my motherfucking car.
Hey, he is a straight-up caveman. He plays it that way.
Do I look like I want to be with a fucking caveman?
However, I got to give props where props are due. Morris Chestnut plays this very well.
Because he makes you semi-care about him and, you know, at least most people. I watched this enough to be like, fuck you.
No, I'm saying, though, like, he has his inner struggle the entire time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, from the point where Monica Calhoun, a.k.a. Mia, is...
Yeah.
I see you laughing at me.
Monica, that's all I keep
different Monica. However, she is in that movie. She plays Kelly in that movie. But...
Wait, who are we talking about?
Monica Calhoun.
She does. Yes.
Yeah. But, either way, so Morris Chestnut is locking the door to the bathroom to talk to Taye Diggs after Mia made that speech thanking Taye Diggs for everything and just having this admiration, and you see the wheels turning in his head. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Morris Chestnut played this very, very well, all the way up to where he is saying his vows to her, and he is envisioning her straight up fucking Taye Diggs. Dude,
Can't handle it.
if
You can't
that
handle
is
it.
not like the biggest payback right there. Because
I mean-
she has no idea what's going on in his mind.
Yeah. He can't even look at her. Ugh.
Mm-mm. It's the hardest thing that he's ever had to do. You know,
what should have been the hardest thing? Him cheating on her.
I
That should
agree.
have been the hardest thing for him to fucking do.
I absolutely agree. This
Because
is
she is too awesome for you to cheat on.
I don't even think she realizes how much of a payback she has given him by cheating on him with his best friend.
Yeah.
You know,
She would have went to her damn grave without
because
saying
your
shit about it.
imagination is so much more powerful than your memories.
At least my imagination is powerful as hell.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So when he is imagining what happened rather than what really happened, it's so much worse.
Yeah.
So much worse. And he's sitting there reciting his vows, singing her praises. You are the love of my life. You are my queen. You are this. You are that. And meanwhile, he's envisioning her getting tagged from behind by Taye Diggs' sexy ass, biting on the
ass.
bed sheets. Oh my
Ooh.
God.
It's too much for him.
I feel for him. I'm not going to lie. I feel for him.
I don't.
But not
because
that much.
He made girls do the same thing who wasn't her.
He absolutely did. I'm not
That's
saying
why
he
I
don't
don't-
deserve it, but
Fuck
damn, I don't wish to trade places with him.
Nah, hell no.
Nope.
But I wish to trade places with her because she looked like she was enjoying Taye Diggs. Oh,
Oh
snap.
my God.
But Morris Chestnut does a fantastic job. He fine.
Uh-huh.
He chocolatey. He good.
He's worked on everything under the sun.
Everything under the sun. He is one of those guys who constantly stays working. He constantly stays on TV.
Constantly.
We were talking earlier, and your sister was like, I haven't seen him in anything in forever. I was like, that dude's always on TV.
Apparently
He
she
has
has
a
been.
TV
No, he went the TV route.
He
So
went the TV
after Best Man Holiday, he went on the TV route. He did a little spot in Think Like a Man.
Yep.
When he's working opposite of Taraji, but other than that, like he does movies here and there, but you know, he's making his money. He's doing his thing. He went on V, he went on American Horror Story, he went on Nurse Jackie, he did
He
Legends.
Sure did a horror story.
He
Yes,
had his
did.
own TV show with Jaina Lee Ortiz called Rosewood. Right after
Yeah.
that, he did Goliath. And now he's got another show for himself where he's the lead called The Resident.
Yes. And he was on Being Mary Jane.
Mm-hmm.
And he played himself in Girls Trip. Another Malcolm D. Lee movie.
Yes, he did.
Just want to throw that out. That was during his Rosewood. I think that was during his
I think he
Rosewood
was
time.
still filming Rosewood at the time.
Yeah,
'Cause Rosewood, if I'm not mistaken, had 2 or 3 seasons.
yeah.
Yeah.
They had like 3 seasons. Yeah. So
Mhm.
he was on there working with Malcolm D. Lee again, and
On Rosewood?
no, Girls Trip.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
He played
see.
himself briefly.
He
but
plays
yeah,
the
I
security
love it.
guard.
He
Who
fine.
is secretly
I don't like
in
his
love
character,
with the
but I
girl
love his
who
character.
is
Usually anything else I see him in.
trying to
He-
get the baby that they're all after. Oh, dude, he plays it.
I understand, but that don't mean I gotta like him.
He's kind of a bad guy, yeah, because he is out to find Ryan
He does.
Phillippe and Benicio
do.
del Toro.
But then he also gets a
Because
contract
these
with
two
the fucking
are con
Giants
men.
and a mansion and the bitch he wants. So I mean, really,
Mhm. That's a badass movie. He does a good job. And of course, my dude is a singer. We talked about him in
Yeah.
Rent as well. Musical month is coming up next month, y'all. I'm excited. Hell yeah. I don't know either. I know one of our movies, but I don't know the rest. All right. Well, pause because I gotta pee so bad I can't hold it anymore. All right, let's do this.
All right,
Oh my
let's get this
god.
done. Because I'm tired and I gotta go to work tomorrow.
You made me
So
drink
let's get this done.
champagne.
I'm sorry.
What were we talking about? Shit.
We're talking about sexy ass Tay Diggs.
Oh my god, stupid sexy Tay Diggs. So he did an arc on Empire. I'm sure you
He did.
know.
He did.
Played Angelo Dubois.
Yep.
And I don't know if you've seen it, but I love his new show.
No.
All American?
Yeah, the football one? Yeah, no, I haven't seen that one.
That's my shit right there. I like
Of course it is.
I like that show. Hell yeah. I'm all about it. So he
Yeah.
plays the coach, high school football coach Billy Baker. And it hasn't I don't remember if it has not been divulged whether this kid who he recruited from Long Beach Poly is actually his son or not, but at this point they don't even want to know.
Are you spoiler alert for people who haven't seen the show?
Hell yeah, I don't even care. If you haven't seen the show, that's your fault. I'm drunk. I'm drunk. And if you don't like it, you get the fuck out.
I'm sorry, people. I didn't. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm going to say this. If they haven't seen it yet, they're a year behind if they don't have that information.
Yeah, that's me. I haven't watched it.
Dude, it's a good-ass show. And his best
But now
friend
I don't
keeps
want
fucking
to-
shit up, though. His best friend is trying to be too big for her britches, and she fucking shit up. Don't get me wrong. I like her, but she gonna fuck around and get shot one of these days
Oh shit.
if she's not careful. She doesn't understand the code of conduct that comes with living in the neighborhood.
Oh, someone's drunk.
Yeah, well, yes and no. More so, it's just aggravating when somebody thinks that they're above the law. And I'm not even talking about the law. I'm talking about the law of the neighborhood. There's certain things that you just don't do. You know what I mean?
I go to the police.
Uh-huh. Like snitch. Snitches get stitches is a real thing, people.
And they end up in ditches. Remember that.
Absolutely. Shit.
But
Get you
Tay
some-
Diggs'
Get you some act right real quick.
Tay Diggs' character is amazing in this movie.
Mhm.
He is the guy you want to root for, even though he's fucking up his life by writing his dirty laundry in a book that he's the best-selling book that's about to come out.
Yup.
Um,
About to blow the
No.
fuck up. About to be a Oasis up in here, bruh.
do you, do you know who initially got the offer to play Harper?
Oh, I know, but say it. I'm so excited.
Lorenz Tate.
Lawrence Tate, my dude.
He was supposed to be
Oh my
Harper,
god.
but he said he turned it down simply because it was too much to his Love Jones character that was opposite of Neil Long.
Yes, it
That
was.
came out a couple years before, or a year or two before.
Mm-hmm.
Another good movie, black movie to watch about love and friendship, but you know he just didn't want to be on that route. Which I
Yeah,
can
he
see.
wanted to try something different. And I'm not going to say that Love Jones wasn't a great movie because I loved it.
Yes, I love it too. It's just not as popular.
It's not as popular, you know. It's like Inkwell wasn't as popular as, say, Crooklyn. You know what I mean? But Lawrence Tate might have missed the boat on this one. I think he would have done a good job, but at the same time, Tay Diggs did a hell of a job.
I can see why he didn't want to do it.
I can see why he didn't want to do it. And it's a damn shame because this was a great movie to be a part of, nonetheless, regardless of what character you played. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this might not have been one to say no to, regardless of whether you had already played this character or not.
I mean, he just played this character.
He literally
pretty much.
just played it, and I get it. He didn't want to get typecast, and you don't know what the future's going to hold. All you can do is take the information at hand and make the best decision possible, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
That being said, you tell me that you want me to work side by side with Nia Long
again.
I'm not exactly going to say no. I'm going to hear you out first.
You get the forehead kisser? Like, who doesn't want to do that?
Right?
I'll kiss her on the forehead.
Like Morris Chestnut said, Jordan is fine, dog.
She is.
You my man, my ace.
She's almost lesbian.
Yeah, he says that too.
He's like, wait, let me think about it. That actually sounds good.
Oh my God. But yeah, Lawrence Tate, my dude, was almost Harper Stewart. Richard Wrong, Langston Snooze.
Langston Snooze.
I think Taye Diggs did a fantastic job. I don't know if Lawrence Tate could have done any better. I think it would have just been different.
I don't think he could do better.
I don't think he could have done better. You know, I think it just would have been different. That's all it would have been, was different. Just a different take on it.
Because he got to work with Malcolm in Girls Trip.
Yes, he did. See, and that means that Malcolm was always a fan of his ever since The Best Man. He kept him in mind this entire time, and that's why he brought him back to work opposite of Regina Hall in Girls Trip.
He's like,
it was almost like Lawrence Tate was the one that got away for Malcolm D. Lee.
And he was like, you know what?
I didn't get a chance to work with him in The Best Man. I got to get him on Girls Trip. Let me get him in here.
20 years later.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
I
get that very much. Because as a filmmaker, you know, you got people that you want to work with, and it's like they're so good, but then you got to choose. Is it this person or is it that person? It's like, why do I have to choose? I want to work with both of them, but they both only fit this one character. I can't put this person in this character, and I can't put this character or this person in that character. It's like, fuck, I wish I didn't have to choose. I want to work with everybody that's talented.
I need to write a script so I can work with Will Smith.
Yeah. There you go.
I got some free time, I guess.
Do you? Shit. I know you're still employed. Most of us are not.
I am still employed, which is it's rough.
Okay.
It's rough out here.
For a pimp.
Dealing with people for a pimp. But I'm trying to make that money for the rent.
I got you.
And I edit every other week.
Every other week. Every other week. Well, I will say that these actors have all stayed friends ever since. They've done a great job. I love this universe that Malcolm D. Lee has created, from The Best Man to The Best Man Holiday to what is to come in The Best Man Wedding. I think it's fantastic. And Taye Diggs got an opportunity to work with Morris Chestnut recently on his TV show Rosewood. He played Dr. Mike Boyce for a few episodes. So he had a nice little arc on there. He came back and worked with Morris on that one. I don't know if he threw him into a wall or two or not. I got to watch the show. But that would be hilarious if they brought that shit back.
That's true.
That being said, Taye Diggs is a phenomenal actor. I respect him to this day, even though Ashley got a mad crush on his ass. He's probably like number 7 because she won't put him on her top 5.
He in my top 5.
What's your top 5? I never knew.
Will Smith. Will Smith. Will Smith. Will Smith. Tay Diggs.
Oh shit! Dylan, Dylan, and Dylan, because I spit hot fire.
Yeah. I don't know. He's up in the top 5 at least.
Oh shit, that's so
I'd have to
good.
think about that one.
All right, well that's it. I'm out. We got to move past. We got to shorten up these episodes. They're getting so long these days.
All right, well I'm
That
out.
coronavirus, it's making our episodes extra long.
Look, if anybody is like me right now, they have caught up on all of their podcasts and are kind of sad when they're kind of short. So we're at least trying to give you a little longer so that, on your daily walk or your trip to the grocery store, you can give us a listen so you can feel a little more normal.
I see you.
That's what I've been doing.
Hey, no bullshit. I can go for some pizza right now.
Dude, I want something to munch on before I go to bed.
Ashley straight up ate turkey and potatoes in bed last night. She got crossfaded. We did our thing, and I was going to sleep, and she's like, "Do you care if I eat turkey in bed right now?"
This is why me
and
and
I was like,
are kindred spirits.
"Babe, do you? I got my tablet. I'm gonna put on Click right now and pass the fuck out."
They cry and go to sleep. Yeah.
I didn't make it past the first scene. I was so tired.
We're kindred spirits on the eating in the bed.
Absolutely. I can't wait till this is over and you come back. Come on home. Come on home.
How's my room doing?
It's the same as you left it, a little dustier. But
okay,
Ashley is bored as hell, so she's gonna vacuum the shit out of it before you come on home.
Hell yeah.
Now I'm just thinking of John Legend right now.
What?
Because he got that song Coming Home.
Oh yeah.
Don't ask me to sing John Legend. I'm not good at it.
I'm not gonna ask you to fuck up my man singing.
Oh, I've been watching The Voice just because of him.
I watch anything because of him.
I watched La La Land just because of him.
Because of him. I don't have any more fun facts. I'm done. This movie didn't have too many fun facts, but we did give you what we had.
I love this movie. At the end of the day, it's a great, beautiful, wonderful, hilarious, passionate movie. At the end of the day.
And so it is time for Z
for the people. Yes, sir. Yes. Okay. Cool. I'm just going to chill out right here in Central Park. You tell me about that Z for the people.
Week 4 of Z for the people. Coronavirus, bitch, got us locked down.
Yes.
Everybody's hurting. Everybody needs a little something. I don't know about you, but I'm sure you got your little stimulus check in the mail, and it's time to use a partial of that to help out other people in our communities by donating food to food banks. You can also make face masks and donate them to hospitals. You can do whatever the fuck you want, but find a way to help somebody else this week. Be it giving your UPS driver or your mailman an option of getting some toilet paper or some snacks or some hand sanitizer, whatever it is, just a little something.
Not only that, if your UPS man's got to use a restroom, offer him yours, dude, because most of the restaurants and facilities that they're used to using are shut the fuck down. They don't have that option. So if you are on like a regular basis with your UPS delivery Amazon man, ask him, you want to come inside, use the restroom real quick, man? Have a drink of water, some coffee, whatever. I got you.
Yep.
But
say 6 feet apart.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, help out your local delivery man. If you know you got an Amazon package showing up tomorrow, make a cup of coffee for your delivery man. That's all I'm saying is help a dude out, because they're really our they're keeping this country moving right now. They're keeping you with your groceries, they're keeping you with your supplies, with your necessities, keeping your sanity with whatever entertainment you've ordered. You know, we need them.
Yeah, we need them.
And you got to let them
Do
know that
something nice.
what they're doing is not going unnoticed.
Do something nice. I tipped my last grocery bag handler. I gave them $5.
There you go.
They were kind of weird about it, and I was like, just take it.
There you go.
They're like, we don't take tips. Take the
Lysol
fucking
that
tip,
shit.
dude.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, take it. Because you guys are sitting here, you know, getting sick and dying just so that I can go get some toilet paper and some
Right.
chips and some champagne for the show. And it's not worth it, your life. So
You ain't got
I
your bidet yet?
appreciate those. I don't have the bidet yet. I'm
Gotta
sorry.
get you
I'm
gotta
not
get on
your
that bidet
level.
life.
I don't think I could get everybody on board for that, but we can see how it goes. I like bidets,
Right?
so it's fine.
Smashley told me the other day he's got her feeling extra clean. Squeaky clean.
I can't wait to come use your guys' bidet to keep my buta.
We're gonna let the
Clean?
people on Instagram know what you think about the bidet. As soon as you come out, camera's rolling.
I'd be like, I feel so fresh and clean.
Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just so
just
fresh,
so
so
fre-
clean.
I used a bidet date.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, so people, stay inside, stay responsible, keep doing your thing, keep us healthy, get us out of this because we all want to go back to work. You know,
I just
keep
wanna
your
get out
kids
of this fucking
inside,
house.
especially if you got these adolescent teenagers that don't think that this is gonna affect them. Punk bitches. I can't stand how many times I look outside and I see these little like 14, 15-year-old kids walking by with their friends. And it's like, I know damn well all you kids don't live together, and yet you're spreading that disease around. It's
Hey, man.
upsetting. I become that crotchety old man.
You are that crutches. You're like, break it up. Get
Take
out
your
here.
ass home.
Disperse. Oh, yelling at him. So yeah, that's my Z for,
For
the
the
people.
people.
Ah, yes, for another week. I do have to say, I do enjoy not having to look up a Z for the people. So
That's good.
hate on this too hard.
I mean, it's a big situation right now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's knock out this scene and then get the hell to sleep because I'm tired too. It's hard
right,
out here
you
for a
guys.
pimp.
Follow us, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, podcast player, wherever you got, we there. Tell a friend. Say, hey, you feeling lonely? You need a laugh? Here,
Shit.
listen to this.
Lights, camera, cocktails,
Here.
bro. We got you.
We got you. If you got any Hollywood Close Encounters, any movie you want us to do, hit us up if you have any musical movies you want us to do, because that's next month.
Yes. Musical month next month,
you-
people.
So hit us up on Lights Camera Cocktail, no S. at
Get that S out
gmail.com.
of there.
And we will listen to your what you guys want.
Yo, suggestions. This delay drives me crazy too. I can't wait to get you back in 3 dimensions.
For real. For real.
All right,
Okay.
let's knock out this scene and make some pizza. I mean, go to sleep. I mean, get on with our day.
I want some pizza. Fuck you. Okay.
Jason, is this your pizza? Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
pizza. Good.
Good.
Then I'm eating
Someone
it. Oh
All right.
shit.
So
All right, let
next
me
week's movie.
get this accent going. I got to play an accent right now.
Like he's I'm sorry, Jason has to play an accent, something he
I'ma
doesn't
put my-
love.
Actor hat on real quick. Get off.
All right, well,
Get out of Jason mode.
get out of Jason. Next week, like I said, y'all, it is musical month, and Jason picked the first musical. This
Yes,
is
it
a
did.
movie I have not seen.
You haven't
yet,
seen
so
it yet?
I have not seen it yet.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So you are popping my cherry on this movie. So Yep. Yep.
All right, then. Here we go. You've seen this scene. That's about it. Okay, I love it. I'm very excited
I
now.
have literally seen this scene and maybe a handful other ones because would go into the theater to kind of like see it when I worked at the movies a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, to be honest, no, I have not seen this.
Are you excited about it?
Yeah.
Okay. Like a
Yeah.
virgin.
If I wasn't, I'd be like, I don't want
Watch
to do this
for
movie.
the very first time.
Okay.
All right, let's get it. Here we go. You got the first line whenever you're ready.
Elton, I think you're overreacting.
No, Bunny, you are underreacting. They are the geniuses of American music. I can't go out there with that lot.
Okay. We'll just tell Doug to tell everyone they're getting refunds on their tickets and send everybody home, okay?
Where is he?
Hey, Ray.
You signed a contract. Dick paid your fucking airfare. Now get out there and play, you little twat! Well, come on then. I'm too drunk to act right now. This is why you should not this is why you should not act under the influence.
This is why you should not drunk under the influence, okay? Don't drunk under the influence. It doesn't work.
Oh shit.
Uh,
All right, you guys,
okay.
we are out of here. Oh my
God, yes.
God, this coronavirus got us some long episodes, but we appreciate you. Thank you so much for
Yes.
sticking with you. We hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
We enjoyed it thoroughly, and by
We did.
thoroughly, I mean this bottle is gone.
it
Absolutely
looks like I have-
nothing left.
It looks like I have a glass for me in the morning before work, so I'm good.
Nice. Get your head right before you got to go to work.
I gotta work. You want to see my office?
Here it is.
Here it is.
I
stole
wanted to
this chair
comment
from work.
all day. I noticed that you changed up them albums behind you. You got that
did.
Chronic up. What do
I
I see
do.
back there? Is that ODB?
No, we got some Dr. Dre's Chronic. We got some Ego Trippin' by Snoop Dogg. We got some Wyclef John over here.
Wyclef.
And then over here we got some Will Smith. I felt like
Nice.
that was 90. This was like 99 music right here. So
Okay, is that Wyclef on the bottom right?
That's him on the bottom line.
Okay. What album is that? I can't even see.
It's a good fucking.
Said I'll be gone till November, I'll be gone till November. You tell my girl, yo, I'll be gone till November. January, February, March, April,
March,
May.
April, May.
I see you
Yeah, that is
crying,
a-
but girl, I can't
But girl, I
stay.
can't
I'll be
stay.
gone
I'll
till
be gone
November.
till
I'll be gone
I'll
till
be gone till
November.
November.
You'll give my kiss
give
to
a
my
kiss
mother.
to my So yeah, so I'm trying to change them up there for you guys.
I love it.
Little-
That
little
turn of the
taste.
century music.
Yep.
All right, y'all. We're out of here. We will see you
Yes.
guys next week on Lights, Camera, Cocktails.
Cocktails. I'm fucking hot. I'm horny. And I don't give a shit about these damn grades. I'm ready to go to bed.
Dude,
Fuck
I
you,
want.
Jason, I'm out.
All right, we